Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, one and all. How are we all doing on this lovely Friday? Friday, almost afternoon for me. But maybe not for you. How's everybody been? It's rare that we get like back-to-back stream days these days. Streams have been like kind of fewer and farther between in recent weeks, but it feels good. It feels good to do, you know, back-to-back stream days. Not be gone from the randomizer for too long. Just moved to a new apartment. Yo. Hope the moving process went well for you some. I know it can be quite a headache, quite a hassle. Even if moving like goes as smoothly as it possibly can, it's still just a very stressful experience overall, I find. At least in all the time that I've moved in the past. Checking out some programming assignments you had. Print F hello world. Do I get an A+? You probably got some more complicated programming solutions than that, I would guess. Your cat's sitting on your legs demanding you pay attention to him instead of drawing. I mean, you don't have a choice at that point. Cats kind of own you rather than you owning the cat. So like if he's decided it's time for pets, it's time for pets. Just put everything else aside. Don't worry. In 5 minutes, he'll decide that he's had enough pets and, like, go do something else anyway. That's kind of how cats are. Either that or you're there for the rest of the day, but... Either way, good to see y'all. Good to see all the familiar faces and names in chat here. I'm excited to continue with the randomizer journey. Not that complicated. You started this year, so you're checking the fundamentals. Hey, that's fair enough. You know what? You got to start with the fundamentals for sure. Programming is very complicated. It gets very complicated very fast. But if you have the mind and the passion for it, then you're going to go a long way, I'm sure. Either way, very excited to get into things here. We have a little bit of fan art to share before we get to any dailies or gaming or daily gaming or gaming dailies. And I'm very excited to share that with you. We've got, starting with this very adorable rendition of Beatrix and Iota and Pi and Dabnium, like the whole family's here. Courtesy of Bean. Courtesy of Bean. Absolutely. It just makes me smile so much just looking at this. Look at the house. Look at Iota, man, sticking his little tongue out like that. Oh my gosh, this is the best. I love this. They're all here. It's so cute, right? Also, I kind of want to rename Dubnium to Dabnium. That's kind of an amazing name. Very, very adorable. I love this. Thank you so much, Bean. You think it's a carrot, not a tongue? Wait, you're so right. He's eating a carrot. Oh my gosh, that's even better. That's even better. Open to artistic interpretation, but that is absolutely a carrot. You're 100% right. Up to date with the Stardew 1.6 lore. Fair enough. Exclamation point horse. You do not own a horse. You do not own a horse. That does not apply to Beatrix, clearly. Thank you very much, Bean, for this lovely piece. And we also have another piece of fan art from Sarah over in the Discord, who shared this rendition of our newest friend Miranda over on Legacy Farm, which is stunning in its own right. This makes me, like, immediately I look at this and I think of, like, Legend of Korra. And I'm like, I dig it. I dig the vibes here. She is a master of her own fate, a master of time and space. I mean, it's so cool, right? Oh my gosh. Very, very cool rendition of Miranda. I love this. I love that people are, like, are so into Miranda already. She's had one stream for us to get to know her, and people are already coming out with, like, amazing fan art like this. It's so cool. Thank you to Sarah, thank you to Bean, and thank you to all the fan artists who have shared fan art over the past couple years that we've been doing streams. It's been amazing and fun and very cool to see. If you'd like to share your own fan art, have your talent on display on stream, or just, you know, share it with the community and not have it shared on stream, that can be arranged too. Exclamation point Discord. There is a channel over there for all fan art of all shapes, sizes, and skills. Let us know how you want to be credited, if you want to be credited, and all that good stuff. Thank you, thank you. Avatar vibes for the win, 100%. Yeah, that's immediately what came to mind when I looked at that the first time. Very, very well done. Thank you to Sarah. Thank you to Bean. And thank you to all of you for tuning in today. How you doing, by the way, Allie? Good to see you again. Hello, hello. All right. Oh, I guess we should probably also do a little exclamation point goal action. I have a feeling this goal is not going to last too long for us, but it is the goal that we're starting with. We are to gain our 8th farming level. Just got off work. Best time of day when you get to head home from work. I'm saying it all the time. Farming level 8. We are reaching a point in the randomizer where we're not too far away from certain skills being level 10. Could you imagine getting to level 10 in any of the skills in the randomizer? Oh my gosh. I mean, that's obviously not where it stops anymore with the new mastery system in 1.6, but still, it's a very exciting milestone to reach when we do ultimately get there. Before we worry about any of that, though, how do you guys feel about some daily Pokedoku Puffertle action? I think I can dig it. We got, oh, what is this? We got a Pokedoku Master Puzzle by Media W Pokemon Music. All right, I can get behind it. A Psychic Normal type. Your average layperson who played Pokemon back in like the early 2000s or late 1990s. Gonna say Girafarig on this one for sure. There are other options though, right? There's Girafarig. There's also Farigiraf. I haven't guessed either of them in the past, so you know what? Let's go with that. Why not? Go a little avant-garde with this one. All right. Is it Farigiraf or is it Farigiraf? I guess probably Farigiraf because it has the word giraffe in it. All right. Psychic type from Sinnoh. Sinnoh is my bag. That is my favorite generation. And we know the psychic types of all types. Let's go with Cresselia on this one. I've already guessed Cresselia in the past. All right, fair enough. There may not be a psychic type from Sinnoh that I have not guessed. Let me think. I actually can't think of too many psychic types from Sinnoh. What about Chimecho? Chimecho? No, Chingling. Chingling was the one that was added in Generation 4, right? I've already guessed it, but it's probably the least common of the options that I can think of right now. Psychic type from Unova. Unova does not include the Indigo Disc Pokemon, noted. Psychic type from Unova. How about a little Victini? Certifiable Victini moment, the first Pokemon in the Unova Dex, even. Mono normal type. I mean, there's too many to even, like, think of. Bidoof. Rattata. Sure, I'll just go Rattata. It's probably the most common option, but still, I haven't guessed it before, so. Alright, Monotype from Sinnoh. Hit me with a little Finneon action. Alright, I've guessed Finneon. What about Lumineon? I've guessed Lumineon. I mean, we can go different ways here. Turtwig. We could go Shinx. We can go Luxio. We can go, I've already guessed Luxray. I saw that there. What about Kricketot? Kricketot, there we go. I knew I'd land on one I hadn't guessed eventually. Monotype from Unova. Watchog. Easy, Easy. Probably the most, like, aesthetically unappealing Pokemon of all time, but I just don't like how what's with this dude's eyes? Can anyone tell me that? Dude needs to get some sleep. First in his evolution line, normal type. Also many options for this. How about Sentret? We have Rattata. We can just hop right over Generation 2, get a little Sentret. First in his evolution line from Sinnoh. Badoo. Easy peasy. And finally, first in his evolution line from Unova, I would hit you with a Mien Fu on this one. Just kidding. I would actually hit you with a Solosis. This little Orby boy. There we go. I like that. Streak of 1, not bad. Watchot gotta be one of the most hated Pokemon. I mean, I kind of like the concept of like a meerkat Pokemon, which I think is what he is. But at the same time, I'm not a huge fan of the execution right there. Least common options. I always like to check the least common options. Weirdier, I should have thought about Weirdier, and there's Indeedee as well. Girafarig was indeed the most common. There's so many options for so many of these. It's like you just gotta pick your poison. Make your bed and lie in it, you know what I mean? Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad at all. Let's switch gears to a little more Stardew theming here. How do you feel about our daily Puffurtle here? It's been a while since we've had a Flounder. Is this going to be the return of the Flounder? Honestly, it's kind of giving Flounder energy right now. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's at least start there. It is not a Flounder, and it's not available in the ocean, not available on Ginger Island. That's some good intel right there. Okay, so this is a freshwater fish of some capacity, I would have to guess. The season time doesn't match. This could be a specialty fish of some type. It was a very nondescript fish. It was kind of like a nothing burger of a fish. Was it maybe like a largemouth bass? Maybe. Okay, it's all season, because largemouth bass is all season. It's not available in the lake. Maybe this is a specialty fish of some kind. Because it could be like available all day, all season, all weather. Is this a wood skip maybe? No, but it does fit the archetypal description of a specialty fish like that. It's not going to be a slime jack again. That was not hard enough to be a slime jack. Maybe you're a ghost fish? Yeah, you're a ghost fish, alright. You're not a ghost fish? What the heck, man? All of it's correct, but it's not correct. That means it's one of the other mines fish. Alright, fair enough. I guess you're a stonefish? Alright, sure. It did not strike me as nearly hard enough to be a stonefish. Not that stonefish are like the hardest fish of all time, but they're harder than that usually. That was kind of basic. Bro, this kind of sent me here, seeing them all green and then it wasn't right. It's like, what? How did this happen? How did we get here? Did you miss a lot of goals yesterday, Dragonic Moon? Hello, hello. I have a list of the goals we did yesterday right here. We crafted a Geode Crusher, we crafted a Warrior Ring, and that was pretty much it. Now we're on to our next mining level. Doing the Geode Crusher took quite a long time just to like get the quest and get it done and get all that sorted. So that was the bulk of the stream yesterday, and now it's now we're on to bigger and better things. Greater heights. Farming level 8 incoming. Feel like the stonefish is the fish you've caught the least. It's one of those fish that a lot of people probably only catch if they're like going for perfection. And they're just like, what is this fish? I need to go catch this. And they search it like on the wiki because they have no idea where to even catch it in the first place. And they're like, what, you can catch a fish there? That's crazy, man. Because a lot of people like probably like a lot of like more casual Stardew players will just go to the mines, like make it to floor 20 and not even, and just kind of like skim past it. They'll pick up the treasure chest that's there and then just like move on with their lives. That like, what reason do you have to come back there? Maybe if you're fishing minded, you'll like notice that there's water down there and you'll try fishing, but most people are not fishing minded when it comes to Stardew. I can tell you that for a fact. Because anytime I tell people that fishing is my favorite skill in Stardew, their people are either like, yes, finally, I found my people. Or they're like, ew, how dare you? How dare you? Why would you say such heresy? It's one extreme or the other. There's no one in the middle who's kind of like, yeah, fishing's okay, but it's not amazing. You either love it or you hate it. Which is fine. We welcome folks of all different walks around here. Gain a farming level back here on Fractured Farm. Have I played Dave the Diver as a fellow fish enjoyer? I haven't yet, but it's been on the list for a while, honestly. You're neutral on it, Allie? You're a rare case indeed, then. Hey, do you guys want to see a neat trick? You just walk over here, open up this chest, pull out this dagger, boom, I got an achievement. Infinite power is just that easy. Your one click shop to infinite power, just go and pick up a dagger from your chest and you're good. That's a new achievement that was added in 1.6 to obtain one of the infinity weapons. And since we've crafted one of the infinity weapons before, all I had to do was like literally just go and grab it, and now I can go buy a new hat from the Hat Mouse. That's what the achievements are ultimately about at the end of the day, is getting more hats. Hey there, Lisa. Welcome, welcome. Have I seen Charlie's cooking video? I haven't yet, but I'm excited to watch it. I've heard that she actually didn't use the actual cookbook, but she like made up her like own recipes for them, which is like a very neat idea in and of itself. I'm excited to give that a look when I get the chance. While I'm just rearranging. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm just getting my microphone in place so that's not like blocking my line of sight here. How you doing today, Maru? Finally, you're up. I was getting so hungry. Rumble. It's 6:30 a.m. What do you mean finally I'm up? That's relatively early rising, right? You can't gaslight me into thinking I'm sleeping in at 6:30 a.m. unless we had other plans, I guess. I don't know. Just got your cookbook from the post office. It's really pretty. I believe it. The artistic design of Stardew Valley just does not miss. Thank you, Pi, by the way, for this lovely green algae to get me started in the morning. Full of nice, healthy nutrients, I'm sure. All right, let's go on a little petting party, shall we? I'm also going to clear some of these seeds if I happen to see them. That's one thing that was not added in 1.6 is a way to control the spread of seeds on your trees. Beyond just, like, putting down more paths and stuff. I kind of wish that was a thing in some capacity, either, like, as an option for the golden clock or something else, but it is what it is. I would also, like, plant some crops and stuff. I guess I could plant some crops, like, in the greenhouse if I wanted to, in order to facilitate more farming experience, but it is winter, so I can't really plant crops outside for any purpose. I could plant them on Ginger Island, I suppose. In fact, I think I have some crops on Ginger Island that I should just go harvest. Most of my Ginger Island farm is taken up by mahogany trees at this point, I'm pretty sure. But ultimately, I don't even know if we really need to do that. Like, with how many animals we have here, we're getting, like, so much experience just by petting them all day, every day, that I feel like the amount of time it would take to, like, go and grow those new crops, so we could just, like, reach the farming level 8 without having to, without having to worry about it, really. You can put vinegar on trees. You can put vinegar on trees now to, wait, does that stop the spread of seeds, or does that just stop moss from growing on trees? As far as I know, that just stops moss from growing, but they can still, like, spread their seeds. If it does more than that, I'd be interested to know, though. Because then catch me starting a vinegar farm. Get all the rice and all the kegs that I can and just go nuts. Animals deserve a few days of cuddles. I know they go for a very long time, a lot of the time in between petting parties. Look at this, we're already like so close. So I feel no shame in just, you know, focusing all my farming endeavors on them. I never realized just how, like, good animals could be for farming experience. Obviously, they don't really hold a candle to if you're, like, growing massive fields of crops and stuff like that, but if you just need some, like, passive experience over time and you don't want to focus too hard on it, having, like, a few buildings full of animals, this setting it up can be a little troublesome sometimes, but once you have it set up, it's kind of just, like, it's just, like, free experience. It's the right mix of chaos, but she also really has a plan. Sounds like my kind of jam. Love watching the meter in the corner just slowly inch up. I know, yeah, it's, I mean, UI Info Suite. I'd be hard-pressed to not have, like, this UI Info Suite experience mod in, like, many of my playthroughs going forward. It's just, like, so convenient to be able to see those numbers. It's so convenient, it's so satisfying, it's good in so many different ways. Where's Orion hiding right now? He's hanging out somewhere, I don't know. I can't keep... this house is so big, I have no idea where my... There he is, alright. I don't think I've talked to him today. Just want to give him a little cuddle. A little motherly love, you know? Vinegar being craftable is very new. Yeah, it's only been... You've only been able to make vinegar as of 1.6. Little PJR. Oh, you know what I should... Actually, you know what? I'll save this for tomorrow, but I should go buy that new hat that I unlocked from the Hat Mouse. For the infinite power achievement. Unlimited power! Hey, Full Metal, thank you for being a member for 2 months at the Electron level, by the way. Play the B song, lol. I hope he'll settle for Pickle Jar Rag instead. B_boss.ogg will grace us with its presence eventually, I have no doubt, but I don't have control over it. The music controls me, not the other way around. And thank you as well for the 5 gifted memberships. The generosity is out of this world. Thank you so much. That is amazing. Thank you so much for the support. That's incredible, Full Metal. You the real MVP. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I'm heading down to this Intercept Forest today anyway to go and check for the Junimo catalog at the... Oh my gosh, you already did so much work. Thank you. Check for the Junimo catalog at the traveling cart. It's the final catalog we need that we can buy other than like the trash catalog, which we can't buy, so I guess that kind of precludes itself. And it's honestly also the one I'm most excited about. I feel like a lot of the Junimo furniture is just like very, very cute and kind of perfect for our aesthetic around here. Miranda, welcome on in, welcome. What's that sword? That is the homie sword. A special sword. I can read the description for you. It's a hilt. The hilt is crafted from the finest jade. The Omni blade sparkles with a variety of minerals. It's ancient, but the blade never dulls. Courtesy of everyone's favorite dwarven companion, our homie. And also courtesy of a good friend of the stream, Wickety, who made the mod. It's basically just a reskinned version of the dwarf sword that's already in the game. Which I quite like. Homie. There's so many animals, oh my gosh. I don't even know if I've looked at like this like my list of animals in the freaking... Oh my god, you get to see all of them here. Like a sturgeon, b_boss.ogg, odd lang syne. Like we get to see all their names. Finally we can see their names now without actually having to worry about whatchamacallit. Without having to worry about like petting them to find out their names. And it'll let us know if we're missing out on having pet any of our animals. And then we can go, like, seek them out and make sure they get petted. No pets left behind. That's our motto around here. There we go. Alright, did I pet everybody? We gotta check. I haven't pet Pie yet, but I can fix that when I head home. That looks like everybody did to me. Alright. No need to rely on memory now. Yeah, the quality of life goes crazy with that. I love it. Any indication of which barn or coop the animal is in? I don't believe so. I don't think I can... No. I think they just don't expect you to have this many barns and coops. Alright. Show me... Not the pink office chair. Nice try, though. Let's head down and grab our hat from the Hat Mez. There might be other hats as well, actually. I don't think we got the one for the... Because we got the Distant Shore achievement the first time we went over to Ginger Island. since after updating to 1.6, right? Okay. What are some new hats here? Santa hat I already got, plum chapeau, tropiclip, the official cap. All this is old hat. Paper hat at this point is made of special paper that won't disintegrate in the rain. Just easy. $10,000 for a folded origami hat? How could I say no? A space helmet? Warning, this helmet has not actually been tested in outer space. Noted. I will make sure to not use that for the inevitable sequel, Stardew Valley in Space. And the Infinity Crown, of course. I don't think I have that one yet. It's made from an exotic material you've never seen before. I'll take that. Absolutely. Quick little fashion show segment. Make me feel like a little sailor down here. Very cute. Honestly, this feels more like a diver's helmet than it does a space helmet. I could see you like building a whole like little diving suit chic around this thing. I like that. And of course the Infinity Crown. Pair this with our regal mantle and we are looking like sheesh, you know what I'm saying? Am I allowed to say that? Or am I too old to be saying that? Looking like royalty, absolutely. We're good. You're never too old. It's true. It's true. You're never too old to exercise your inner meme lord. No cap. What did you want again? You need. I know I need like a smoked chub, but we also need 5 periwinkles. I can at least work on the 5 periwinkles. That shouldn't be much of a problem, honestly, because I think I have a periwinkle at home. If I just plop it into a fish pond, we should be able to get all 5 periwinkles free of experience. I think that's our right play here. Did you miss the 100% fishing stream? There are, I mean, if you're talking about the master angler streams, there are VODs to that effect. With all the VODs, the stream recordings are still on my channel, so you can go and check them out if you're so inclined. Would someone bring me a bream? I should be able to do that, actually. And I have befriended Lewis, so we don't need to worry about any untoward friendship points here. Why doesn't the raccoon buy a periwinkle from the traveling cart? Because the raccoon doesn't have any money. But you know, that hasn't stopped raccoons in the past. They kind of get their paws on whatever they want most of the time. Let me go see here. I have to go find my periwinkle first. It's likely to be in one of the fish tanks, but I don't know which fish tank because I have so freaking many now. Let's just do a little quick peruse. It might be in the basement. I don't see any periwinkles in any of the... Oh, wait, no, I do see it. I do see it. It's hiding in this one down here. A little bit camouflaged. It was kind of a Where's Waldo situation. There we go. Found you. White Palace music. It's so good. I haven't even gotten to that point in Hollow Knight, but I can't wait to actually experience it for myself. You're impressed at how long I've been playing this? Hey, we're playing till we get perfection. It's right there in the name. No matter how long that takes. If I'm still here 50, like, real-life years from now working on this, then so be it. Alright, where do I want to put this periwinkle? I guess I should actually also grab a fishing rod so I can empty one of my fish ponds. Because I don't know if I'm in the mood to go and... I guess I could go and just build a new fish pond for these periwinkles. Maybe that's the right play. The question would be, where do I put it? We're kind of low on space these days. Holy moly, look at all these trees, too. I haven't been paying attention to this side of the farm much at all. We got this carp farm here. I think I was using this carp farm to... Or this carp pond to, just like as a temporary way to get more carp, because I needed it for carp surprise or something like that. A mushroom tree seed. I don't even know where the mushroom tree is. Oh, it's right there. Just had to look around for a second. You don't need to fish them all out anymore. That's true. See, what I'm scared about though is we're very close to a new fishing level, and I don't want to I might need to build a new fish pond, actually, because I think, like, even if I fish all these guys out and then, like, sleep to the next day, the row is still going to be here, right? I'm going to test it. Because I don't want to pick up that row, because that is fishing experience that I don't want. But maybe if I fish them all out, and maybe the row will just disappear overnight. That's my hope at the very least. And if it doesn't, then I think we're just gonna have to go ahead and build ourselves a fish pond. Oh, baby! Well, hopefully the bees are on our side this time, because I think we need all the help we can get here. Yo, Full Metal, I hope you're still here. The bees heeded your call. They took a little bit of time getting here, but honestly, we could have been waiting the whole stream until we heard the bees roll around. So there you go. Bum, bum. Oh, it's so good, man. It's so good. The bees, yes, the bees. We're not pulling a Nicolas Cage going, no, not the bees, not the bees. We're saying, yes, the bees, yes, the bees. More bees, please. All right, I did my petting party already today, right? Yeah. I think we're good then. Oh no, wait, I need to bring. Well, I'll go out tomorrow anyway, but I should grab a bream to bring for Mayor Lewis because he really wants it for some reason. Did he even say why? Could someone bring me a bream? Straight and to the point. You know what? It's his bream to do with as he wishes, as far as I'm concerned. Look at all those bees in chat. Oh my gosh. You guys are amazing. Alright. First and foremost, once we get done with our little daily pickups here, we'll go check that fish pond to see if we can just plop a periwinkle in and save us the trouble of having to go build one. Enjoy your visit to your parents, by the way. I might be there as well if I need to build a fish pond, honestly, so we'll see. A little beer for the road. Are the bees in your eyes? Not right now, but you know what? As long as they're docile, I wouldn't mind some bees crawling around like on my face. All right, the row is still here. That is unfortunate. I'm not gonna be able to do anything with that fish pond because I don't want to pick up that row. So basically what I have to do is just go build a new fish pond, I think, and bite the bullet. Can I move the fish pond to get rid of the row? That's a good question too, honestly. I don't know if that is if that's possible or not, but we can go test it. Because I'm going to be heading up to like, build a fish pond anyway, so why not? Is everyone in here ready? I didn't miss anybody. Will we get our level 8 farming today? It actually looks like we might. We're gonna be at least very close if we don't make it. If the next goal is gain a fishing level, that would be fantastic. That would be great news. Because that's like one of the big things that's kind of stressing me out right now is just how close we are to that fishing level. And I mean, it's my own fault because I was just like kind of willy-nilly picking up stuff from fish ponds for a little while. So I only have myself to blame, really. But I'm just hoping that I don't, I've got some new ideas to sleep on. Let's go. That's farming level 8 right there. Perfect, perfect. We don't officially get the goal completion until we go to sleep and see the level up message, but good to know that we've completed it. I'm going to finish the petting party because I don't want to leave any of these chickens feeling sad. A fishing level would also go extremely quickly, is the other nice thing about that, I suppose. Except we barely have to do anything for it. Alright, there we go. No animals left unpet. Let's go. I'm going to grab the resources I need for a new fish pond. I'll head out and give this bream to Lewis. and we'll head up and visit Robin. Okay, that is not the right chest. We want this. I also don't need this fishing rod now that I think about it. At least not currently. I need stone. This chest is a little full. Not gonna lie. I probably don't need all of this stuff that's in here, honestly. Like super cute, like all this row, I don't really need this in here. But I also don't need the driftwood or the soggy newspapers now I'm thinking about it. Go ahead and do that. Just a bit full. I could go for a little, you know, craft a big chest goal. That would be fun. Be able to upgrade all of our chests to bigger chests. That would be just grand. Who do we have left to befriend? Not too many people. We have like we've befriended the majority of people. We just have to do Caroline, Jas, Penny, Jody, George, Emily, Krobus, Clint, Gus, and the Wizard. So that's what, like 10 people? Oh, Caroline is her winter fashion is on point, I have to admit. I don't know. Ooh, I forgot that we get a prize ticket for completing that. Yo, that's big. All right, and we'll get a prize ticket for this as well, actually. Double prize tickets. Wait, hold on. I could actually go make this 3 prize tickets. That oh my gosh, that'd be so satisfying. We get 3 prize tickets and just bank them all at once. It is going to necessitate some foraging experience gain, but I don't think that's the end of the world. It's hiding up here, right? There we go. A little 25 foraging experience and a prize ticket for our troubles. Not too bad. 3 prize tickets to our name. I don't even know what the next 3, like, rewards are. I wasn't thinking that far ahead. I think the next reward we get is like a pomegranate sapling or something like that. Beyond that, I do not know. What do you got for me? Oh, look at this. All right. We got, well, it's not a pomegranate sapling. It is a peach sapling. 10 mixed seeds. Let's go. And 3 more mystery boxes. I don't mind that. Now we're starting to look at some, like, nicer prizes, though. If I can get this Star Drop tea, that would be pretty, that would be very nice. That would be very appreciated. 4 preserves jars would also be not, like, the worst thing to have in the world. Although I guess I already have, I mean, I'm not really using my preserve, the 1 preserve jar that I have anyway, so I don't even know what I'm saying with that, but. Was that Leo in the parka? He was wearing, like, a cute little headscarf. It was lovely. And he was on his way to the island by the looks of it. Alright. I told you I'd be here. Mom seems to be doing okay without my help. She's a tough lady. Oh, but Robin can take care of herself. No doubt about that. I would like to construct some farm buildings. Let's try and move the farm building first. Try and move this son of a gun. I'll just move it down like here. Okay, so that does retain the row. Unfortunately, they thought of everything. Okay. In that case, we're going to have to go ahead and... Oh my gosh, my farm is such a mess these days. Oh, jeez. It's a mess, but it's a charming mess. I can get behind it. Build me another fish pond, please. Alright. Where am I going to put this fish pond now? I could sneak it, like, in here, next to my mill. There's a spot right there. There's a spot, like, right here. This feels like a decent spot. I'm always clearing, like, seeds out of that spot. Actually, is there a spot that I'm always clearing? Like, what about, like, right here, actually? That kind of feels like a decent spot for one. It does kind of cut off the path going, like, above it there, but realistically, I'm not going that direction a lot of the time anyway. I could go, like, over here, but I'm gonna do it, like... I'm gonna do it, like, right there, I think. That way I can still, like, kind of round the corner if I need to. I think that's perfect. Alright, just gotta wait a few days for that one, and then we'll have our periwinkle pond up and running in no time flat. Why periwinkle? The raccoon is requesting 5 periwinkle. So this is the best way to get it without incurring more farming or fishing experience. My apologies. And And we need five periwinkles, yeah. Which should be very doable. We won't, because we won't even have to complete any quests, I'm pretty sure. The periwinkles, like, if they won't go to, like, population 10 immediately. They're not one of those kind of fish where they just don't have any quests, but they should still duplicate enough that we can, like, get as many as we need, right? Okay, peach sapling. Do I even want to do anything with this peach sapling? I already have, like, a greenhouse full of trees. I don't know that I need any more. Is there room? Is there even room for any more in here? No, it's looking a little full in here. Something tells me I don't need any more peach trees. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and sell this peach sapling. It's not part of the shipping collection, so we're free to sell it as I see fit. Exclamation point, right click. Forgot about that. Our greenhouse it's a nice little jump scare every now and again. You just pop in there and expecting to see, you know, just your average Stardew Valley greenhouse, maybe some star fruit or something growing in there. Nope, all fruit trees. Oops, all fruit trees. Will I get more chests this winter festival? I don't really need to anymore. I can craft my own chests now. It was fun while it lasted, but now we're actually, like, playing it the normal way. I'm also gonna go, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go to Ginger Island and check for our Walnut Room quests. Just, you know, you never know what you're gonna get. I think there is a new, there was a new quest to make it to the bottom of the dangerous mines, but I actually might have already done that, because I think I went to the bottom of the dangerous mines when I had it active, and it just like unlocked anyway. So I don't think I actually need the quest in order to do that. But it's been a while since we checked our chi quests anyway. Plus, we're interested in eventually getting a giant chi fruit, so we're gonna need to be checking for the cheese crop quest anyway. Look at all these. Yeah, I do have taro roots down here. Didn't even need to harvest any of them this time. Oh well, save them for farming level 9, I guess. Alright, what do we got here? Extended family and prismatic grange. Do I care enough about either of those? I mean, I can't do extended family, obviously, so prismatic grange. I mean, 35 chi gems is not the worst thing to have in the world. Yeah, you know what? Give it to me. Why not? 14 days to do prismatic grange? I think I can make that work. I forget, do I have the farm obelisk unlocked here? I want to say yes. I do have the farm obelisk, okay. Do I also have a chest that maybe contains anything for the prismatic grange? Probably not. Yeah, there's not going to be enough here to make anything work. 14 days usually takes me 2 minutes. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Alright. Torches work for yellow. I'll do you one better. I think sap also works for yellow. And I think we have... Actually, do we have sap? Maybe we don't have that much sap now I'm thinking about it. We have 609 sap. I mean, that's a lot, but not compared to some of our other resources, that's not that much. Okay. But I mean, if I only need to sacrifice like 100 sap, then that's not the worst thing in the world. Starfruit instead. Imagine going... I mean, wait, hold on. We can do bananas. I don't know how do I have any spare bananas? Probably not, right? But I have like I literally have a greenhouse full of banana trees. But I kind of want to save the bananas like for myself. It's kind of like my thing. I will right click to retrieve a few more bananas here. 83 bananas. I think I'm just gonna go with sap. They are very easy to retrieve. It would take a few days, but it's or maybe do I need a lot of sap for anything in the future? I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything that requires like a ton of sap. It's not one of the things you need for the Statue of Blessings, right? Is it? Statue of Blessings is what? It's like... Actually, maybe it is sap. Hold on a second. Let me Google that, because that's like a big crafting recipe. It's not for a while, obviously. Oh, you do need 999 sap for the Statue of Blessings. All right, then. Maybe we hold off on that, then. Because I don't know if I'll... I mean, I should be able to get more sap for that, but, I mean... I guess I should probably be safe about it. Just you know, just in case. All right, we'll go with something else for yellow. That's fine. Al goes farming sap. Poor guy. Having to craft 999 statues of blessings, I can only imagine. Okay. Let's have a look. What do we want to do for... Let's just go down the line, because like for prismatic range, we need red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. What do we want to do for red? What's a good one for red? I've got cherry wine. Is that red? That's my special cherry wine collection, though. I've been aging it for so long. I do have 295 red mushrooms. Doesn't hay work for the quest? Actually, that's probably a good call. Hay might not be the worst idea, because I have a decent amount of that anyway. We'll go with that. 100 red mushrooms. Cranberries actually might be a better call. I think we should probably check these chests down by the Junimo huts to see... Yo, can we get some train emojis in chat? Choo choo choo. 100 bottles of starfruit wine. Just a little casual flex. Yeah, we got like so many cranberries now. I'm looking at it. All right, forget the red mushrooms. I'm just gonna put them... Actually, I guess I'll pile up all the stuff that I actually want to use for the quest down at the bottom there. So we'll do 100 cranberries. Present train. Oh, I guess I should check maybe if it is the present train. What else do we need here, though? Hold on a second. I do have 274 pumpkins. Do we do pumpkins for orange? Chances are good. We'll go check the train. While I'm thinking about it, you know. Could be a magical moment. Coffee beans. Do coffee beans work for the Prismatic Grange quest? I know they work for, like, as, like, an orange dye when you're dyeing clothes and stuff, but I don't know if they work for the Grange. Because the Grange quest is a little more picky when it comes to what items you put in. I'm here? Where's my train? I guess I came a little bit too late. You really gotta book it to the train tracks, huh? I feel like I didn't, you know, dilly-dally for that long. Blueberries for, purple? A little confused, but you got the right spirit. I appreciate it. Train doesn't stop when the game is paused. That's actually a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That is true. Okay. So I've got red taken care of. We'll just go pumpkins for orange. I'm okay with this. There we go. Yellow, we can go with hay. So I'll go pick up some hay on the way back. But do it for blue. Do I have a bunch of blueberries. So let's just go ahead and grab some of them. Yeah, I don't have much copper ore. I could go buy a bunch of copper ore. But, I mean, I've got the pumpkins here already. It's whatever. I'm not using those pumpkins anyway. Green, we can just go fiber, right? So I need yellow. Yellow is hay. Green is fiber. Purple? Purple is what? What do we do for... Oh, I guess I could use some of these 380 grapes, huh? I could do Joja Cola. I do have a Joja Cola machine, but I haven't been stockpiling it. Alright, there we go. Be able to go and drop that off first thing tomorrow. Alright. Get some of this hay, and I'll grab the fiber as well. That's a lot of hay. I've got a lot of animals. I got a lot of hungry little farm animal mouths to feed. What can I say? All right, that should be everything I need. I guess I could craft... Do I have the resources right now to craft an island warp totem and then can just, like, knock it out today? Because I know that's one of the warp totems I can actually craft. Why can't I find it, though? All right, hardwood, dragon tooth, and ginger. Do I have the dragon tooth? I think I do have some dragon teeth. Yeah, I got dragon teeth there. Do I have ginger? I do have ginger. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and do this then. How much farming XP left for the level? We already gained the level, actually. How you doing there, Orion? You want to come say hi? Oh my god, what the heck? They're the cutest kids today. Oh, thank you. Hello. Nice to see you too. Don't let... I won't get in your way anymore. You guys were having a fun little game of tag or something like that, or you're off to bed. I'm not quite sure. Oh, that was cute. Yeah, we got ourselves the farming level already. We petted enough animals that's that we now know how to craft a keg. All right. Ooh, hello. How are you doing, Maru? Mom and Dad are doing just fine. Their routine is still the same, even with me gone. How was your day? Pretty good. I went to your mom and commissioned a building, and now I'm gonna magically teleport to a distant shore. I think. Yeah. And drop off all my my goods for this magic man in a walnut room. Children, stop Z fighting. Chill, kids, I know how you love to get into superposition with each other, but come on. You know what Mom said, no superpositioning in the house. Take it outside. Alright. Done, 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 and done. There you go. Thank you, sir. I also got 135 gold from Luz. Kind of pales in comparison to the Chi gems, honestly, but it is what it is. We'll take it. Alright. Nice productive day. Let's head off to bed and get ourselves that farming level, shall we? Bam. Petting zoos would be full of aspiring brewers. If that's the way it worked in reality, yep. You know what? Honestly, they would go hand in hand. Petting hand and brewing hand. Alright. Ready by time. Boom. Level 8 farming. I can now craft kegs, oil makers, and deluxe speed growth. 3 new potential goals that I've just unlocked. You'll love to see it. Closing in on the end of year 29. On the end of our 3rd decade on Fractured Farm. Can you believe that? That feels... Just saying that out loud, that does not sound real, man. Alright, well... Let's go see what our new goal is to potentially christen in said new decade. Depending on how long it takes. Probably not. Hopefully we'll get like a few like little short goals before we actually make it to year 30 here. But you never know, I suppose. Alright, chat. Place your bets now. What's our new goal going to be? Gain a farming level officially. Finito. Done. Dusted. I will even unpin it as I remember to. What other goals are we still looking for? I could do with another backpack upgrade. That's never a bad thing. Big chest would be really big. Fishing level would be just like a load off my mind. Maybe like one of the new 1.6 goals, which I guess big chest falls into that category, but I mean, any of the books would be fun. Key to the town. We haven't had a friendship goal in a while. That's true. Emily, because we have her as the as our Feast of the Winter Star recipient, would be nice. Horse flute, horse book. Any horse-related adventures would be appreciated. And you know what? I have faith. I'm optimistic. I think the randomizer today is feeling benevolent. It's going to give us something that we really need. It's going to give us something that's going to hit the spot just so nicely. And it's going to start right now with obtaining a horse flute. I told you. You can just feel the vibes coming out of this randomizer right now. That is so good. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. That is the, like, what, probably the biggest quality of life goal we could have gotten right now, actually. Being able to just, like, call Iota to us anywhere we need to. That is phenomenal. We do own a horse. Didn't we just leave the island? We're going right back. We're going right back. Mr. Cheese not going to know what hit him. All right, horse. Flute. Just writing that down real quick. Very, very nice. Never forget the horse flute as you forget to use it. I love the horse flute so much. It's so convenient. You were legit shocked. Hey, you know, you gotta call your shot when you see it sometimes, and I could just feel it. I could feel the randomizer was cooking with that one. All right, let's go. We have the chi gems already. We have like over 300 chi gems. We could buy like myriad horse flutes if we really wanted to. Happy birthday, Leia, by the way. I'll eat a little salad for breakfast. Why not? Yummy, yummy. We're gonna have to make room for a brand new tool to accompany us wherever we go. Here, actually, I don't need the homie sword right now. Now that I'm thinking about it, we really only had that for the for killing the bats for the cave patrol quest. Look at all those horses in chat. Let's go. I'm either gonna have to craft an island warp totem, or I'm gonna have to wait for Willy to open. I can wait for Willy to open. I can be patient. Yo, thank you, Pierre. A little 410G back. I don't mind that. Greatly appreciated, sir. Let's go check the help wanted board. We can do a little trash run as well, and then hopefully it'll be time to head to Ginger Island. No one tell Leia you ate her birthday present. Is it really her birthday present, though? It just kind of materialized out of a statue that I bought. How am I supposed to know it's for her birthday? Could someone bring me a red mullet? Caroline. I have not befriended Caroline, I'm pretty sure, so no dice on that one. Sorry, girl. I would love to complete more of those help wanted quests, though, especially now that our next reward at the prize machine is a Star Drop Tea. Because a Star Drop Tea, that's just like an instant 1 heart with whoever you give it to, right? So the more of those we can get in advance of like rolling any friendship goals is very, very nice. Speaking of, we could actually get some prize tickets from doing these ones too, right? I can't do either of those, but couldn't hurt to check that every now and again in case there's any like repeat ones we can do. Do we not have the community center done? We went the Joja route for this run. It was kind of the only way we could make it work. So the community center has been bulldozed and transformed into a lovely little movie theater for us at this point, which has honestly been much more beneficial than the community center ever was for me, so I'm not too upset about it. Ooh. Had to say goodbye to Iota to get to Ginger Island, but not for long, not for much longer. Oh, baby. You've been given those on birthdays like Alex and Pierre, who are difficult to gift. Is the Star Drop Tea, is it affected by birthdays? I thought it was just like 1 heart flat no matter when you give it. I could be wrong. If it's affected by birthdays, then that's like amazing, but... Alright, I would like 1 horse flute. Sire, 50 big chi gems. That's kind of an investment, but you know what? It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. It does give a birthday multiplier. That's pretty. 3 hearts on a birthday. Oh my gosh. Playing this flute will summon your horse. Only works outdoors. You can't tell me what to do. Okay, maybe you can tell me what to do in this specific scenario. That's literal music to my ears. Welcome to the island, Iota. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so powerful. Oh, it's so good. Just being able to ride Iota literally everywhere now. This is beautiful. This has opened up a whole new world for us. I just want to ride her around the island, honestly. Just for fun. Go on a little joyride here. Skirt! We do own a horse. We do, in fact, own a horse. Look at this. I love it. I love it. And I will stand proudly next to Iota, horse flute in hand, as we go and roll our next goal. Why not? Maybe it'll be something else in the walnut room that we can go by. That would be appreciated. I mean, I don't want to get too greedy with my goal suggestions here, but key to the town, Pierre's missing stock list, all of these would be valuable things to have, no doubt about it. But for now, getting a horse flute, that's big. That's a big checkbox to check off. Island obelisk would be actually pretty nice too. Yeah, not having to worry about like Willy or island warp totems or anything like that. Let's see what the randomizers got today though. Catch the glacier fish. I mean, I do have access to magic bait, but it's winter anyway. We have a problem now though, because catching the glacier fish is 100% going to boost me above my fishing level threshold, right? This is awkward. Okay. Well, hold on. Before I make too many assumptions, let me check. Let's do a little sleuthing here. Let me see. Glacier fish. The base amount of experience for catching a glacier fish is 180. 180. I don't think we have that much experience leeway when it comes to fishing, but I would love to be proven wrong. I would certainly love to be proven wrong. The only way we have to go grab our fishing rod so we can actually check that is the thing, though. New randomizer farm. I might have shot myself in the foot with this one, because this is gonna be... Oh no, don't do this to me. Not after we just got a horse flute. Don't make my run null and void. Can I get it with the training rod? I don't believe you can. But even then, it would still give the same amount of experience either way. Let's go have a quick look here. Pray for me, Pie. We've been too greedy in the past. I did get very greedy with my fishing experience, to be honest with you. We're starting over. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Alright, let me go grab that fishing rod. Slowed her right down. Oh my gosh. I have not 180 points of leeway when it comes to fishing experience. Alright. Now's when we have to make the hard decisions. So how do we approach this? This is undoubtedly my fault for overstepping my bounds when it comes to fishing XP. So I feel bad like re-rolling because like it was within my own control. Can we delete XP with the mod? I mean, doing like save file editing is probably a little outside the scope of what we wanted to do here. Did I just show up to a possible reset? Check how much XP the randomizer thinks I should have. I can go and check that real quick. We'll see just like how far off I am right now. Let's see. It thinks I should have XP prediction is it thinks I should have 3,050 total fishing experience right now, according to the randomizer. What does that translate to? Because that's like total like sum from like level 0, I think. 3,000. So let me go like skills. Hold on a second. 3,050 will put me. It puts me like 250 points away from like level 6 fishing. Wait, is that right? Because I thought, yeah, no, that is right. Okay. It's actually not that far off from where it expects me to be. But it's far enough that it's giving me the glacier fish as a potential goal. Take the level and give back the horse flute. Yeah, because if I look at this, it's basically saying... it's giving me 3,050. Which puts me where? Yeah, 250 shy of level 6, when in actuality, I am... How close to level 6? I'm 49 points shy of level 6. So I'm off by a factor of 201 experience. Which is... I mean... It hurts. It hurts my soul. The room with the bear statue looks so funky. It's a little barren right now. But that could account for like high rolls on fishing quality. The randomizer does account for that itself. I think it gives you like the amount of experience it calculates for you is basically like equivalent to the highest quality of, like, if you caught like the highest quality fish, basically. You think just re-roll? I think this is I think we gotta poll this one. How do we feel? I don't know, cause like I don't know what the alternative options are. Let me think. So all right. What should we do? Well, because the options are either, in my mind, we can re-roll. We can just straight up re-roll the goal. We can go and catch the glacier fish and then just mark that fishing level as completed as its own goal. Basically, like, get, like, knock out 2 goals in one with this one. And just move on. If we just take the level, it screws up a bunch of future goals. I mean, I can just mark fishing level 6 as complete. And I think that would be fine within the randomizer. Let's see. Re-roll the goal. Mark the fishing level as complete. What are our other options? Restart the randomizer. I'll throw it in there. Miss Palindrome, welcome on in. You're here at a very awkward time because we're trying to decide how to handle a problem. Okay, edit the save file. I guess I could throw that option in there. Edit the XP in the save file. These are our options. Add edit XP and punishment. I don't know what a punishment would look like. I guess that would be up to you guys to decide. Because I mean, I feel like, you know, it's entirely my fault that we're in this position to begin with. I got greedy with how much fishing experience I was gaining from, like, harvesting stuff from fish ponds and whatnot. Punishment, give Maru a hated gift. I mean, that's a punishment for Maru too. That just feels awful. I'm trying to think what would be like, what would be something that I would not want to do. I feel we gotta balance the scales here somehow, no matter what we do. Most people are in favor of re-rolling the goal. I love, by the way, that more people are in favor of restarting the randomizer than editing the XP in the save file. It just goes to show how wrong like editing the XP would feel. Sacrifice a child to the statue? Oh my gosh, that is Zizlify. That is ruthless. That is ruthless. I'm chaotic. Restart the randomizer. Add that to the options. Delete your channel. Yeah, we're not sacrificing the kids, I don't think. I think that's not allowed. Reroll the goal. Yeah, most people are. I think so. I think we're gonna end up re-rolling the goal. The question now is, what price must we pay for for the re-roll here? I feel like it should be something in some way related to fishing, right? I feel like I don't know if we can think of like a fishing related punishment, but dove the kid. I'm not gonna dove the kids. Do Fector's challenge again. That's more of a punishment for you guys than it is for me. Eat the crimson fish. Empty all the fish ponds. Release the fish. Release all my fish. Destroy all the fish ponds. Delete fish ponds. That would hurt actually. That actually would kind of hurt. Demolish fish ponds until the glacier fish is caught properly. Does that include the fish pond that I currently have under construction right now? Empty and destroy ponds. I can't empty the ponds is the problem, because like to empty them I would have to like go to them. I would have to collect their produce, which would give me XP. No punishment stuff happens. Move on. All right. Well, the goal. This poll is clear. We're gonna re-roll the goal. That is ultimately what we're gonna do here. We're gonna just re-roll the goal, and you know, chalk it up as a little oopsie daisy. Now I will poll possible punishments. Don't think a punishment was necessary here. I'm just gonna do punishment ? And we'll throw some options in there. Top option, first option, no punishment necessary. I'll just put no punishment actually, just no punishment. Number 2, what was the main goal of the challenge in the first place? Making mistakes does happen. It's true, yeah. And you know, this is like my first time through this randomizer. There's bound to be some mistakes and some some problems. So, but I leave it in the hands. I mean, this is ultimately like kind of a community project. So, you're gonna say punishment or no? Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, I don't have to come up with the ideas right now. Punishment, yes or no? Yes or no? This could be a copper axe moment, or it could be, you know, give me something. Are we gonna go carrot, or are we gonna go stick on this one? Are we gonna be like, you know, it's okay, these accidents happen, and it's just, you know, it's just a learning process. Next time we do the randomizer, we know to be a little bit more diligent about these experience things. Or do we go like, you know, you should have known, you should have learned your lesson, you should have thought about this ahead of time, and whack. Smack me with some doves or something. Yo, y'all are too kind to me. Y'all are very kind. Look at all those copper axes in chat. Accidents happen, but you want to see chaos too. What's going on? In Anon, we are trying to decide, because we rolled to catch the glacier fish, but due to my own negligence in gaining fishing experience kind of all willy-nilly, catching the glacier fish would force a fishing level. So we're trying to decide how to handle it. We're gonna end up re-rolling the goal, but now we're just deciding whether we need to invoke punishment here. And most people are saying no. Currently, with 109 votes, 62% of chat says no. This is the essence of the challenge planning, right? It's true. It is true. I'm rerolling due to not being diligent enough, but just this once. Here's the thing, though. If I re-roll and get, like, another fish, then what? Punishments are for repeat offenses. Can the randomizer be told the actual XP you have? I don't think that's within... that's a possibility right now. Does your heart say reroll is punishment enough? Honestly, a reroll right now is not a punishment, because even all of the things excluded, if I had to catch the glacier fish right now, that's kind of like a nightmare in itself. Because I'm level 5 fishing. The glacier fish isn't even available until you're level 6 fishing. I'd definitely be using like seafoam pudding for this thing. What have we re-rolled before? We re-rolled before in situations where the randomizer was like basically not coded right, and it was given like a goal that we didn't think about like the ramifications of beforehand. And this is the first instance where it's like the goal is valid, but because of my own choices in the past, it has become kind of a problem. You have a punishment in mind? Catch the glacier fish, but don't save, then re-roll. So I just catch the glacier fish just for the experience of having to catch the glacier fish. I think accepting the level is a more complete solution. Honestly, like... I think, this is my own personal take it for what you will, I think the best solution here is honestly to just catch the glacier fish and accept, and then chalk up the level as its own goal. Basically, just like go catch the glacier fish, get the fishing level, mark it as like a 2-for-1 special kind of goal, and then just move on with our lives. I feel like that's... Because, like, catching the glacier fish right now is still going to be, like, really hard. And re-rolling the goal and, like, forcing that later down the line when I'm probably, like, a higher fishing level anyway would make it, like, I mean, it wouldn't be as impactful as it is right now. Like, the glacier fish is going to be kind of a nightmare right now. And then maybe if we want the punishment, that can happen later. No goal should be a 2-for-1 special. Is valid. Catch it, but don't mark the fishing level off so we can cringe later when it pops up like the clam. I'm gonna end this poll, by the way. The knowledge that I have an illegal level is enough punishment. Yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, we're here to have fun. I think the way that I have the most fun and like the way that feels the most in the spirit of the challenge to me, like re-rolling goals, like in my mind it's like, you know, there's two mentalities to it, and the ultimate question I want to answer is what's more in the spirit of the challenge. Re-rolling a goal kind of goes against what the randomizer has set forth for us. Because, like, the randomizer, the whole point of the randomizer is that the randomizer itself is choosing the path that we take. And we don't really have much control. We have control in the ways we get to those goals, but the goals themselves, we don't have that much control over. Which is why I feel like a reroll feels a little wrong to me. The run is tainted, it's over. Not a true randomizer. Resetting would be insane. I don't know if resetting is a realistic solution. Another reason not to mark it off to see how many more fish the randomizer gives you before a level up. Valid. That's a valid point. Vote again, reroll or catch. All right. We'll do one final poll. And I'll just go with whatever you guys decide. Now that you kind of know my mentality when it comes towards it, now that I've kind of, you know, I've made my argument, but if you still feel like a reroll is warranted, let's see, reroll or catch. We'll do one final poll here. Reroll or catch. We got to keep the streamer in mind. I mean, it's a collaborative effort. I think we've had a good, fair discussion and debate here about the pros and cons either way. I think now that we've done that, we got one more poll to decide, to ultimately decide things here. Catch, mark gold in your first mastery level has to be all fishing XP. That's not a bad idea, actually. What if we consider it as a level up goal? Ooh. I don't know, but all of a sudden I'm not feeling so bad about it anymore, and I can't pinpoint exactly why. Wait, why am I dancing right now? Do. You like that first mastery idea? I could go like fishing only mastery. that would be kind of crazy. It would be like an albatross hanging around my neck, like those old sailor myths. What? I was too busy dancing. A sign that whatever you decide, it's all good. It's true. We're still having fun no matter what we decide, right? No matter how we land here. Yeah. I don't think I will mark the level up off. As we'll just once we roll our next fishing goal, we'll just be like, oh no. Maybe that's when we invoke some kind of punishment. I don't know. Maybe I have to go and do something at that point. We'll see. Woolen Feet, thank you for being a member for 4 months, by the way, at the Electron level. Kazoom has blessed this goal. Kazoom has blessed it. 75% of chat out of 99 votes currently agrees. We're going to go catch the glacier fish. The randomizer has dictated it, so who am I to contradict it? Based on what? Based on my own folly, my own inexperience, my own over-experience, perhaps even? No, I don't get to control. I don't get to control that. I don't get to dictate my own fate here. That's kind of the whole point. And when the when we ultimately reach that paradoxical decision of the randomizer telling me, "Hey, go level up fishing." Wait, you already leveled up fishing? That'll be like the referee blowing his whistle, being like, "Dude, no, that's a foul. That's a foul." And then maybe we figure something out at that point. So the whole point is to have fun. Exactly. See, now my problem is chat. Wait, hold on. Wait. Did I just make an argument for myself that means that I have to go catch the glacier fish at level 5 fishing? What the heck was I thinking? Wait, can I hold on? Maybe a reroll's not the worst. Maybe a reroll's actually like the best solution here. Maybe wait, can we talk this? Can we talk about this? I don't want to catch the glacier fish. I don't want to catch the glacier. Oh no! What have I done? Wait, is this punishment enough? Is this goal the punishment? Did the randomizer actually? I didn't even think about that. The randomizer just baked its own punishment into the goal itself. It's like, all right, if you're gonna gain an illegal fishing level, bet make it off the back of the glacier fish. That's so cursed. You do have to be level 6 to catch it, which means we're gonna need to use a fishing buff of some kind. I also don't have access to an iridium rod because you don't get access to that until you are level 6 fishing, I think. So we're stuck with this. We're stuck with a fiberglass rod and a dream. Oh my gosh. This is so cursed, dude. Use the fish taco so it's only exactly level 6 fishing. I think fish taco is, what, +2 fishing levels? I could go trout soup and go, like, level 6 fishing on the dot and then try and catch the glacier fish that way, but I don't know I honestly don't know if I'd be able to do that. Can't buy the rod until the level up goal. That is true, yes. Trout soup, we can try it. Alright, well let's get ready to go fishing, but we're not gonna go fishing just yet today, because I wanna lock it in. I wanna lock in the day before we worry about anything else here. We've seen you catch all the fish with just the bamboo rod. Yeah, but I think probably for the... I remember for the glacier fish, didn't I end up using... seafoam pudding or something anyway? I ended up using some kind of fishing buff, I think. Alright, fine, I'll bring the trout soup. We'll just try it with the trout soup for a little while and see how we feel about it. Seafoam pudding is a pretty precious resource anyway, so... Not with that attitude, exclamation point optimism. Valid, you know what? That's a good point. Come on. Fishing is like my thing. It's my favorite skill in the game. It's what I've done the most of in this game. You know what? This is going to be a badge of honor. I don't know how many people have caught the glacier fish at exactly level 6 fishing when it becomes available. So, how often are we going to get this opportunity again, right? Let's do it. Let's make it count. Lock me in. Wait, hold on. Is crab cakes? For some reason, I thought crab cakes might have just given a fishing level bonus on its own, but no, it's speed and defense. All right, here we go. Here we go. Did I write down the... I didn't write down the goal yet. Hold on. Let me make it official by writing it on my little physical notepad. Glacier fish. So cursed. It's so cursed. All right. Go to sleep for the night? Let's do it. Let's do it. At least the glacier fish is in season, so I don't have to worry about, like, using magic bait for this guy. Yeah, I do have access to magic bait, so it wouldn't even be that big of a deal, but... Down we go. I feel like this outfit also kind of conveys fishing. It's like an ice fisher's outfit, honestly. I didn't really clock that until I was tasked with a fishing goal here, I guess. Not in season for much longer. That is true. That is a true fact. Also, if we catch like if we catch green algae and stuff, then that's gonna put us even closer towards our fishing level, which is, you know, not good. So we might be due for a few resets here, where it remains to be seen. But for now, eat a trout soup, face down the glacier fish, and see what kind of horrors we're in for. Come on. Maybe we just catch it first try. Maybe that's the world we're living in right now. Maybe this is the best. Maybe this is the best timeline. That's not a glacier fish. You only get one shot at your first try, so let's make it count here, shall we? Not a glacier fish. The glacier fish is relatively common, right? As long as you're the right fishing level, you should be able to hook it relatively easily. All this talk about punishment and first try succeeds. Could you imagine? Oh, there he is. All right. Okay, yeah, I did not expect that to go well the first try. That's all right. That's all right. We're still getting our sea legs here. The glacier fish is made of sterner stuff than just about every other fish we've encountered before. Not since we caught Ollie has there been a task this monumental for us. This could be... I think we might be in this one for the long haul, folks. River legs. But it can be done. It can be done. If Concerned Ape, Eric Baroni himself, made it so that the requirement for the glacier fish is level 6 fishing, then I have to believe that he knows that we can catch it at level 6 fishing. He trusts the player's fishing ability enough that he didn't make this one level 10. He very easily could have. But it's level 6, so we're gonna meet him at his own level here. We're gonna play his game the way he wanted us to play it. Back to lurkdom now. Enjoy your lurkdom, Zeta. Mighty concerned they'd think that level 6 was reasonable again. I mean, maybe we just haven't had enough experience with the glacier fish yet to see. Maybe level 6 truly is the ideal level to try and catch it at for the ultimate challenge. I don't know. It definitely makes it feel like a legendary fish, I will tell you that. I'm like looking at this guy and being like, how the heck am I ever gonna do this? Like, oh my gosh. Oh boy. Alright. We're gonna be on this goal forever. This is where the randomizer ends, not with a bang, but with a fishy little whimper. Come on, we just need a little bit of luck. A little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, a little bit of concentrated power of will. Holy moly. I need to get in the right headset, in the right headspace here. I'm still in the headspace where I'm like thinking like this is not going to be possible. I need to stop thinking like that. I need to stop thinking about like how impossible, how improbable it is to catch the glacierfish at this level, and rewire my brain to understand that it is possible to catch the fish at this level. You just need to play by the fish's rules. Sometimes the glacierfish won't want to be caught, and that's okay. We'll come back, we'll try again, and we'll keep going down this path until eventually the glacierfish decides, you know what, now it's time. The one silver lining, like I said earlier, is that the glacierfish is probably the most common of the legendary fish to hook. So we'll have plenty of chances at it at the very least. Okay, see that was not too bad of a pattern. That was actually, we kept him on the line for a good little while that time. Fishing rules, pure RNG. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. We have very few options at our disposal to make this much easier, by the way. We don't have access to any fishing tackle or anything like that, because that requires an iridium rod, which is just simply not possible at our current fishing level. It's alright, though. It's alright. Haven't caught any green algae or anything yet, at least. Okay, I'm gonna need to re-up my trout soup here. You love this song? It's an all-time classic. Not the chest. If the glacierfish forces me to catch a chest, then it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. This is gonna be a punishment in itself. Yep, it's true. The randomizers baked the punishment in. I was too focused on like the meta aspects of the challenge that I didn't focus on the actual, like, what the goal itself was and how hard this was going to ultimately be. Honestly, even if I was using seafoam pudding, this would still be a tough one. Wait a second. Okay, that was our best one so far. That's how you know it's possible. That's how you know this can be done. The glacierfish will sometimes meet you at your own level. And that's really what we need. That's really what we need. More attempts like that, and we'll get this guy in no time. The music seems somehow oddly appropriate for catching the glacierfish at this level. It's kind of what's happening in my brain right now, not gonna lie. It was so close. It was closer than I would have expected to get this early into the endeavor here. No doubt about that. He's biting so much. I think he's got like a 50% bite rate, honestly. It's substantially higher than all the other legendary fish, which is kind of our one saving grace here. After a certain amount of time, I should go for seafoam pudding. I'm undecided. Right now, I'm kind of the mind, like, you know, catching the glacier fish at level 6 is its own challenge. It's kind of like a unique... It's something I've actually thought about in the past, about, like, trying to catch, like, all the different legendary fish at the level that you unlock them at. Just to see, like, how hard they are. And I definitely think that the glacier fish is going to be, like, the worst contender for that. Although trying to catch the mutant carp at, like, level 0 fishing, which is technically, like, you can catch it at any fishing level, that would probably be pretty nasty, too. I doubt it would be as nasty as this, but it would still be kind of a fight, for sure. Dude, don't stop dancing! Oh my god. I'm not even singing, this guy's dancing. At the level, but with no tackle. That's a valid point, actually, because normally at level 6 fishing, you would have access to tackle. Okay, that was some... Wait, did that? No, that did give me fishing experience. I was going to say, I didn't think it did, but it did. It was only 3, though, so it's not like the end of the world. Not when we're catching the glacier fish anyway, but... Yeah, no bobber on the fiberglass rod, unfortunately. I think part of this is going to be trying to, like, I can't react to what the glacier fish does. I have to proactively, like, try and predict what he's going to do. And try and get ahead of him. A lot of the time, my predictions are probably going to be wrong. And that's kind of that's the risk I'm going to have to take. But oh my gosh, this guy. But I only need my predictions to be right one time in order to stay ahead of him and actually catch him, right? So. It's only 3 though. This is why we're here in the first place. Hey, I don't think catching, like, green algae and seaweed and whatnot is what got us here. I think what got me here is picking up, like, stuff from that dang stingray fish pond. Like cinder shards and what have you. I think that's what landed me in this position. It's still my fault, but I just want to get the semantics right here. Getting Ollie flashbacks. 100%. Oh, we're out of trout soup. Delete the stingray fish pond. I'm kind of tempted just to not have the temptation anymore. Okay. You know, I could be really cheeky about this situation too and say that getting this one fishing level, like illegally or for free or whatever you want to call it, is technically within is technically to be expected as of 1.6, because for those not in the know, if you make it to the end of your first spring in 1.6 and you have not gained a fishing level, Willy will show up at your doorstep and be like, yo, let me teach you a thing or two about fishing, and he'll force you to gain a fishing level. And in the randomizer, there's, like, no way to really, like, get around that, I don't think. Not an elegant way that I've thought of, so I'm gonna reset. That's too much algae for me. Yeah, it's weird. I wasn't even aware of it until Mobby, the programmer behind the randomizer, brought it to my attention. He was like, "What about the forced fishing level?" And I was like, "What about the what now?" I hadn't heard of it until he brought it up with me. So everyone gains a free fishing level. That is, yeah. If you play, I mean, unless one of your early goals before you get out of your first spring is gain a fishing level, That's the only exception, if you get the fishing level yourself before Willy gives it to you. But in the vast majority of cases, most people are going to get a fishing level, like, forced upon them. Willy making level 0 runs invalid in 1.6. I think there is a way to avoid him, but I think it basically means that you can't ever go to the beach, which is just not realistic. So, it's definitely a unique situation, a unique restriction to work around for like future challenges and stuff. No doubt about that. All right, he's gonna go up. Okay, I thought he was gonna bounce up, so I wasn't gonna go down to him. Does that mean the no level up challenge is officially dead? I'd have to do more research into it to know for sure, but it's not looking good, I'll tell you that. No level up challenges these days are on a bit of a they're on their last legs. That might be the nail in their coffin right there. Can't go to the beach before 5 p.m. I guess that's true. You can go to the beach after 5 p.m. because then that's the only thing. I think that's... Because, like, in order to trigger that event, you have to have gotten the bamboo pole, basically, from Willy. And to do that, you go to the beach between 6 a.m. and 5 p.m., right? After you get that letter from him on the second day. So maybe, you know, that might actually be a decent workaround then. I didn't think about that. Is anyone keeping track of how many failed attempts I have at this glacier fish yet? It's a fool's errand, I think, to keep track of that. Either avoid the mail or get stuck at the evening beach. I guess you could also avoid the mail, that's true. Although to get certain recipes, you have to check the mail eventually, so that's probably not a permanent solution, but for a certain little while that could work in your favor. Maggie, welcome on in. Yeah, we are here trying to catch the glacier fish at level 6 fishing, the earliest you can possibly catch it. It's kind of, it's a little bit cursed. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a little rough. Also to unlock the community center in the wizard. True, yeah, that's a valid point. But Willy closes his shop at 5 p.m., so no way to get to the island before level 1 fishing. I wonder if there might be a workaround for that, too. Like, what I'm thinking is, like, you know... If like, you go to the... If the first time you go to the beach before 5 p.m. is specifically to unlock Ginger Island... No, that wouldn't work, would it? Because you have to wait a day for the boat to unlock. Well, actually, because I think how it works, right, is, like, how this, like, forced fishing level works is, like, you get the bamboo pole, and then if you don't have a fishing level by the end of your first spring, then when you step out of your farmhouse, Willy gives you the level. That's how it works, right? So what if you just never step out of your farmhouse after... What it... I don't know. Maybe there's... you could use warp totems. You can use... There's maybe different strategies around there. You just live there. You could move to Ginger Island, yeah. Warp totem dependency. I think part of the problem too would be that, like, if you ever went back to your farm, then like Willy would just like show up, unless there's like a specific like time that past which he won't show up and give you that fishing level, like time of day. But you could just yeah, go live on Ginger Island instead. You have to be able to craft warp totems realistically, though. Yeah, which, I mean, you could do. You could definitely make that work. You could get the resources for, like, what warp totems you might need. Hold on a second. I'm so focused, dude. No, 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 no! Oh my gosh, that was the sleepiest glacier fish I've seen in a long time. Oh, more like that, please. More like that. That one woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Oh, my soup did run out. You're right. Thank you. That was a roller coaster ride right there. That was there were a lot of emotions in that one. I was feeling it, man. I was feeling at one with the rhythm of that glacier fish. Just spent the last 40 minutes making spicy tacos only to get to your desk and spill it all over your mouse pad. Oh no. That's the worst feeling, man. When you spent like all this time making a nice, yummy dish, and then you bring it to like the table or your desk or wherever you're gonna eat it, and you like trip over the finish line basically, and it's like, and you just ruin the whole thing. It's like, no. It's so sad. It's got like my toast fell to the kitchen floor butter side down. It's got that energy. That's tragic. Started baking muffins during the stream and currently eating them. Ooh, what kind of muffins, Hera? One more bit of detritus that we catch and I'll reset. I think you know, a leeway of 3 pieces of green algae or whatever is reasonable. I dropped my toast on the car floor kind of vibe. Car floor is oddly specific to me. I don't think I've ever eaten toast in the car. Not to say that it's, you know, not allowed. What the heck? Is this allowed? Is that allowed? But it's never been part of my life experience. I do remember one time as a kid when my mom was like, my mom was driving me to like a doctor's appointment, I think, and I was sitting there, my happy little cheerful self. I think I was holding like a Diet Coke in my hand. I wasn't like super young. I was like probably like 10 or 11 or something like that. I was just sitting there holding the Diet Coke in my hand, and then all of a sudden she has to like brake really hard for some reason to like avoid hitting like an animal or something like that, and the Diet Coke just comes like splashing all out of the can, all over my face, all over my like my clothes and everything. And I don't know what it was about that specific moment, but I just like started crying, dude. I started crying my eyes out. I was like so upset. I was like, oh, I don't even know like what was more upsetting to me, the fact that like I was now all covered in like this sticky liquid, this like sticky soda, or that I didn't have my Coke anymore. I don't know what I was more upset about thinking back on it. But I just started like bawling my eyes out, man. It was not a good day. It's burned into my mind forever. Weirdly enough, though, that is only that is the second worst experience I've had while a parent was driving me to a doctor's appointment in a distant town, which is an oddly specific scenario. So the fact that I had 2 negative experiences is kind of amazing. The worst experience I had was when my dad was driving me to a doctor's appointment. I think I was even younger, actually. I was old enough to like have this memory form and remember it this far down, but I was young enough that I was like, I would panic very easily. And I mean, I think I had good reason to panic in this case. Basically, I was sitting in the back seat. My dad was driving along. I think my sister was in the car too. And then I was like kind of dozing off. I tend to fall asleep in the car pretty easily. And my head was like lolling back because like, you know, my body was getting relaxed and I was starting to like fall asleep. And right before I'm about to like fall into that deep sleep, all of a sudden, my tongue goes like, my tongue takes that like same sort of relaxation feel, and my head was like at such a steep angle, and my tongue was like so out of its own control that my tongue, why did I just do that? I don't know why I did that. My tongue rolled back into my throat, and I like could not breathe. Like it was not like, I was like, I could feel it like roll back and like lodge itself in my throat, and I was like trying to like, I was trying to like speak and like, or like cough or do something, and I couldn't. And I remember that being just the most viscerally terrifying moment of my young life. Like I was trying to ask my dad, my sister, anybody for help, and like my airway was just blocked. I could not make sound, which is like when you learn like about CPR and stuff, that they always tell you like if the person that you're doing CPR on, if they're like coughing or whatever or making sound, that's good because that's how you know they're breathing. So the fact that I wasn't and I physically couldn't meant that was a big problem. But thankfully I had like the sense of mind. I don't know if it was like some kind of survival instinct that's just like baked into the human genome to like reach into my mouth and like yank my tongue back out of my throat, which was relatively easy, honestly, when I did it. And then I just kind of like sat there in like stunned, shocked silence for like the rest of the car ride. I don't think I even like told my dad about it or anything. I think I was just like, all right, that's a new fear that's unlocked for the rest of my life now. I didn't know you could choke on your own tongue. I've never had it happen since. But I also, anytime I fall asleep in the car or like sitting up or anything like that, I always make sure to, that my head is not like reclined at such an angle. Because I think specifically because of that experience, it was very like, just, you know, quite traumatizing, I would say. I don't think it's a stretch to say that something like that would be traumatizing. Choked on a piece of steak once and had to give yourself CPR. You couldn't breathe or make noise. The worst part is that your friend and your dad were in the room instead of saying something, you left the room. I mean, part of it is like you just can't say anything. Like, I mean, it's probably like in your best interest to try and get someone else's attention if you can. But like, if you can't make noise, and that's like the primary way that we use to like get people's attention is being like, hey, I need help. And you can't do that anymore. I feel like your brain kind of like struggles to know what to do. It's the Heimlich maneuver, right? Can't they not call it that anymore? The Heimlich maneuver? Because like, didn't the Red Cross get sued by the Heimlich family for using their name? They're like, hey, anytime you teach people about the Heimlich maneuver, we want you to pay us money. And they were like, yeah, we're not. And the Red Cross was like, we're not going to do that. We're just going to call it something else. I think everyone still knows this is the Heimlich maneuver, but I think that's how that went down. Not uncommon for people who are blackout drunk to die by choking on their tongue, because they are oftentimes too delirious to pull their tongue back out. That makes sense, yeah. Thankfully, I was not in an altered state of mind. I was just a little bit eepy. So I was still like, and I mean, it definitely woke me up. Nothing wakes you up quite like suffocation, I guess. I don't know. Puts your body into a very particular fight or flight response, I guess. How about that glacier fish, huh? We're getting there. We've had a few close calls with the glacier fish already so far. It won't take too long. Why or how could the family collect money for that? Thrown out of court or settled out of court? Probably, yeah. If it had gone the distance, it probably would have, like, amounted to nothing, but I think the Red Cross is pretty based for just being like, lol, no. We're just gonna, like, I don't know what the official name for it is now for the Heimlich maneuver, but they just call it something else now. Which is like, you know, it's literally the exact same thing, just by a different name. Because it's not like you can own a life-saving medical like, technique, right? Abdominal thrust sounds about right. That was your feeble attempt to change the subject from choking to death? Well, I mean, the silver lining is I did not choke to death. I choked myself back to life. And I learned a valuable lesson that I hopefully can impart to you now. Don't fall asleep with your head tilted back. Gravity is a son of a gun. Anyways, we don't need to talk about it anymore. It is probably an uncomfortable topic for a lot of people, which is valid. RSB, thank you for being a member for 25 months at the Electron level, by the way. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate the generosity and the support. RSB, for those who don't know, is the artist behind many of the fun, cute little emojis that channel members get access to. So thank you to them greatly. Alright, enough joking around. I'm just going to catch this glacier fish now. Hold on a second, I gotta re-up my trout soup first. What was the memory? I probably shouldn't talk about it again. It was a little... I mean, I'm okay talking about it, but... messes with the cozy vibes for sure. Why is it that our brains hold on to negative memories so much, like, more than positive ones? At least that's my experience. Like, when I think back on, like, my memories and, like, my childhood and my life and all that stuff, I think about, like, my brain tends to lock on so much more to the things that either, you know, like, really negative experiences or, like, socially awkward moments or things like that than it does to, like, the good stuff. What was my very first memory? My very first memory that I can recall is grabbing a peach out of the tree that we had in our backyard at the time, biting into it, and looking down to where I bit into it and seeing a worm there, and then starting to cry. That's probably the earliest memory I have. I think I was probably like 3 or 4 or something like that. It was... And even that one's a negative experience. I'm telling you, these traumatizing moments, they lock themselves into your brain. I guess it is kind of your brain's way of being like, hey, I'm gonna hold on to this one so we don't have to experience it again, because like you learn from your mistakes and all that. But I still wouldn't mind, you know, having a few more of those like positive experiences be like the default ones that my brain tracks onto. Your earliest memories being on the beach and eating grass. Kids are wild, man. And I'm still 100% optimism. Absolutely. It's a common misconception that to be like optimistic, you have to be naive as well. Like you have to be blind to like the perils, the dangers, the darkness of the world. Simply not true. I acknowledge that there is darkness and evil and negative things in the world, and that those things will happen to me, and that there are times where I will feel sad and angry and upset. But that does not change my worldview, that ultimately, goodness, given enough time, given enough energy, given the right mindset, the right people doing the right things for the right reasons, that light will always triumph over darkness. And to me, that is kind of the quintessence of what optimism is always just being like, you know, the darkness is always going to be there, but and you have to acknowledge it in a certain capacity, but you don't have to let it consume you. Do I feel like I can catch the glacier fish with the trout soup? Yes. Yes, I do. Do I think I can do it in the time frame allotted for this stream? Now that's another question. That's something else that I don't know if that's really within my purview right now, because I do have to work later today, so I've only got like another like 2 hours max that I can try this for. But you know, 2 hours at the rate that we're going at, that's like what, another, I feel like that's like a few thousand attempts at the glacier fish. Probably not that many, but like getting out of bed during nap time and hiding under the glass coffee table. You knew your mom knew to find you, but the babysitter sure didn't. Yo, it's so good. That'd be such a fun feeling, outsmarting the babysitter. The only babysitter I remember ever having, I'm sure I had like multiple throughout my childhood, but the only one I remember was, there was one babysitter who, like, while she was babysitting me, I was playing Super Mario 64, and she was like sitting on the couch behind me with like a notepad out, and I didn't really know what she was doing. I was just like playing my game and focusing on that. And then if she eventually, like, after like a little while, she was like, hey, check this out, and she like showed me the notepad, and she had drawn what is locked in my memory now is like the most beautiful, perfect sketch I've ever seen of Bowser as he appears on the cartridge of Super Mario 64. It was like the most pinpoint accurate thing I've ever seen, and my brain was just like, I was just like blown away. I was like, how'd you do that? It was so good. And see, that's one of those positive memories. Those are the positive memories I wanna think back on more than the negative ones. I think it was just like a pencil sketch of like Bowser, of like 64-bit polygonal Bowser. But to my child brain, it was the most accurate rendition of King Koopa I'd ever seen. She like brought him to life. If this goal takes multiple streams, we will have punished ourselves. Thumbs up if you think I'm gonna catch the glacier fish this stream. Thumbs down if no. Don't let my words or actions guide you. Let just follow what your own heart says. Giving a thumbs down is not being pessimistic, for the record. You can still be optimistic and give a thumbs down. You can just be also slightly realistic. But I do appreciate the sheer tidal wave of thumbs ups that I'm seeing in chat. I'm putting my best foot forward for you, my best bobber forward, as it were. You know what I haven't done is I haven't gone and changed my bobber style at Willie's. I didn't even think about that, because I've caught enough fish. I have access to a decent amount of bobbers. So maybe that would help. Just, you know, help out the mental a little bit. We have been close a couple times, it's true. They're very much the exception rather than the rule, but those the patterns for the glacier fish do exist that allow us to do this for sure. Have a ducky for morale. I kind of want to. Let's go. I'm going to go change my bobber. I just want to see what bobber styles are available. Pretty much every time I've gone to like the bobber style thing, I've just picked random, just so I have access to like lots of different ones to keep things fresh. But maybe we can pick like a lucky bobber. I don't know. New bobber for each reset. That'd be fun. Let's just go see what options we actually have. Argon is the king of Stardew fishing. Thank you. Thank you. I'm too humble to claim such a title, but I'm not going to stop you from saying it. I like to think I'm pretty good at Stardew fishing. Let's see, what kind of bobbers do we got going on here? We got quite a few bobbers. We do have the little ducky. We have a pie-shaped bobber. We have a little lotus flower. We got a hamburger. We got a Joja Cola. We got a heart. I mean, I don't know. There's so many good options here, honestly. Let's go with pie. We can't bring pie with us, but we can at least, you know, have a little reminder of them. Go random. I go random all the time. I feel like a little more consistency is in order this time. Beatrix's whole life is random. You don't think she's going to take the one chance that she has to, you know, control something about her life when she sees it? Sponsored by Joja. Alright, we still have 2 minutes left on this trout soup. Pie, bring us the luck we need, please. New quality of life request. Make it so that if you're catching a fish with the cat bobber out, when you hook the fish, it makes a little meow sound. Meow. See, wouldn't that be so much better? We need to catch up Timby. Timby has been out of the spotlight for a little while, it's fair. He's still got a warm, fuzzy place in my heart. But he has fallen behind in terms of pets. Haven't gotten any river jellies yet. Not so far in the like time I've been fishing here, no. It's only a matter of time, and then a river jelly is going to be a reset no matter what, because while I have caught green algae in the past, river jelly has not been a goal yet, so... The secret is that it only meows when catching the catfish. And when Meow is in your inventory. You have to meet all the various specifications. Dang it. I could hear the music building up in the background, and I was like, wait, could this be my moment? This would be a great song to try and catch this, too. And wearing the cat ears, true. Can you have multiple cats and dogs, or are the second pet options only a bird or whatever? No, you can have as many cats and dogs as you have room for, like, pet bulls on your farm, I think. As well as turtles. Turtles are the other one you can have. You can get, like, parrots and frogs and fairies and stuff as, not as pets, but as trinkets. I guess you can technically get the frogs as pets, right? Because you, like, put them in like, a fish tank or something. In a terrarium. Welcome on back, Allie. Out introducing yourself, trying to get another job. Best of luck to you. I hope it works out. Oh shoot, I don't have my trout soup active. Oh, they liked you but only have part-time. Shoot. I hate when that happens, when it's like, you know, they like you, you like them, but then like something else just doesn't work out and it's like, oh man, just gotta, it's not gonna work, and for whatever reason it's not gonna work out like that. That's always the worst. Keep on looking though. You'll find the right fit sooner or later. I promise you that. You can't buy a turtle until after you get the gold clock. Is that true? That can't be right. Yeah, wait, don't I have a turtle on Fishy Farm? And I don't think I have the gold clock over there. Turtles aren't locked behind the gold clock. They probably could be, because, like, one of them costs $500,000. That's kind of steep. I mean, by that point, you probably have the gold clock anyway. If you're making that kind of money that you can spend on a turtle, unless you're prioritizing said turtle, which, you know, I'm not one to judge. If you want your first $500,000 made to go towards buying a turtle, then turtle it up. That is a bobber reset, too. That's true. And we can't go change our bobber again until Willy opens at like 8 o'clock, so. But the not purple turtle isn't 500,000? Yeah, but if you really want the purple turtle, then, I mean, you don't have many other options at that point. Unless you download a mod that makes the non-purple turtle purple. But if you have a non-purple turtle that isn't the purple turtle because the mod makes it a purple turtle when it's not actually a purple turtle, do you really have a purple turtle, or do you just have, like, a purple non-purple turtle? Know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot to eat my trout soup. Green turtle is better. Green turtle is classic, for sure. Ain't nothing wrong with a green turtle. You have actual real-life turtles? Namine, I'm so jealous. I'm honestly so jealous of that. I wish I had a pet turtle. That would be so good. Oh my gosh, do you see that? That was crazy, dude. I think that's like... I don't know if I've ever seen... I don't know if I can describe, like, what that looked like to me. It looked like the glacier fish went up to, like, a specific, like, exact pinpoint spot, stopped on a dime, and, like, went back down. Like, it goes up and then, like, slows down as it gets to the top and then jerks back down. I don't know if I've ever seen it go, like, so, like, with, like, such pinpoint accuracy, like, up, down, like that. It, like, stopped. There was, like, a frame there where it was just, like, frozen in place. I don't know if I'm the only one that saw that. That was wild. How do you @mention someone like that? I think if you just type the @ symbol, then YouTube should try to, like, autocomplete to whatever letters you put after that. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Alright, now. What if bobber reset and changing the on-hook sound? Variety and chaos. We should go get our bobber reset. I'll probably do that once my trout soup runs out. As for changing the bobbers, or like the on-hook sound, I don't know if I've ever done that, actually. So you know what? Why not? Where is that option? Fishing bite sound. Let's go with... Okay, 1 is the normal one. Oh, gosh. Go with a little 2 here. Why not? Mix it up a little bit. Bro, it sounds like a space station every time I catch a fish now. Sounds like I'm shooting like a laser pistol in Star Wars. It seemed to have a positive effect. Oh, if you're on mobile, then you have to manually type the name for the @mention? I did not know that. baby gator sounds. Have y'all ever seen that video where the guy makes, like, shows how they made the sound effect for, like, the shots that get fired in Star Wars or whatever, and he, like, goes up to, like, a big, long, like, metal cable and hits it with a wrench, and it makes, like, the exact sound of, like, a spaceship firing its lasers? Is that really how they did that? It's a pretty, like, popular video. I think it's got, like, millions of views. So I have to hope that someone knows what I'm talking about. Not used to this new sound, me neither. You know what? The only way to get used to something is to experience it for a while. On your computer, so you can play Webkins and watch at the same time. Should I try out Webkins? I don't know anything about it. In my brain, I hear the word Webkins and I think like Neopets. Is there a correlation there? Are there similarities? Or is Webkins an entirely different thing? A bit more baby than Neopets IMO. I don't mind that. I don't mind I mean, honestly, the aesthetic is kind of appealing. Not quite the same as Neopets. What are some comparisons we could make to Webkins that I might know? Webkins is pure wholesome energy. Is it like if you like take like a... Hold on, I'm out of trout soup. Gotta change our bobber now. Club Penguin. I was gonna say Club Penguin actually, but I wasn't sure. Is Webkins like a... Is Webkins an MMO? Do you like play with other people on it, or is it like a self-contained personal experience? You can, but it's not the same. Okay, I got you. So what you're telling me is that Webkins is most similar to Dark Souls, where it's a single-player game, but you can cooperate with other people if you want. Is that accurate? Yeah? Alright. You heard it here first. Webkins is not too dissimilar from Dark Souls. Who would have thought? I mean, when you say it like that, I got to load up Webkins yesterday, honestly. The Dark Souls of pet games. I should look into it, maybe. I don't know. I think it could be fun. Do I like Dark Souls? I do like Dark Souls. I love Dark Souls, in fact. In fact, I would probably say that that Bloodborne, which is sort of a member of the Dark Souls suite of games, is... I don't know if it's my favorite game, but it's definitely in the top 5. I love Bloodborne. Bloodborne, Elden Ring, all of them. I've actually meant to go back and play Kingsfield, which is like the original one that From Software came out with. That was like similar in ways to Dark Souls. It's still different from Dark Souls and like what came after it, but it's kind of like the progenitor of all those games. I'm always a fan of just like going back and playing those retro classics just to see like where it all kind of came from. Kind of like when I went back and played Harvest Moon for the one stream. That was really cool to see just like what where the bones of Stardew Valley kind of came from. fashion souls, you know it. All about those fashion souls. Bro, this glacier fish is kind of grinding my gears right now. Chat, why do they call him a glacier fish when glaciers move so slow, but he moves so fast? Make it make sense. Glacier fish, more like rocket fish, am I right? Please laugh. Is this all I have? Come on, come on. He kind of liked the joke. He's kind of sticking around for it. Avalanche fish. Put some inspiring music on. To me, all of the stream playlist is inspiring. Some songs are better suited for high-octane fishing action like this, admittedly. Like this one right here. Ooh, a little Everfrost Peak. I mean, it's right. It's there in the name. Everfrost Peak glacier fish fishing here in the dead of winter. I mean, how could it get any better than this? I don't know. It's kind of making the glacier fish want to dance by the looks of it, though. What is that? This is Everfrost Peak from Diddy Kong Racing. I think. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, it's Everfrost Peak. Chat, should I take the like stream playlist off and just have this song on repeat until we catch the glacier fish? I'm dancing. This is my favorite part when it goes to like the banjo segment or whatever it is. You want Kazoom? It's an owl! Wait, no, is it a raven? I can't tell. That sounds like a true punishment. I mean, I could go as diabolical as I dare. I could be like, I'll put Everfrost Peak on repeat, and every repeated loop, it gets louder by one point on the volume scale, and we just keep going like that until we either all go deaf or until we catch the glacier fish. You literally leave the stream if I do. No worries. We're not gonna go that far. Don't worry about it. It's just a hypothetical scenario. We didn't make you reset the randomizer. Don't threaten us. It's a valid point. Y'all were very generous. I should, you know, not bite the hand that feeds. I love the song, but admittedly, you know, if I were to listen to it on a repeat for many hours on end, I would probably go a little bit more insane than I already am. Once every so often is not so bad, but catching this without tackle is punishment enough. Yeah, I think fishing level 6, but with tackle, would make this substantially easier. Like, if I had, like, a trap bobber or something, I would have already been done. Muting is an option on our end, at least. Wouldn't it be cool if there was, like, a way to make it so, like, when you upload a YouTube video, you can, like, specify all the different tracks of it, so that people, like, when they're watching, they can mute whichever tracks they want to mute. It would probably be, like, a little too complicated for, like, most casual YouTube viewers, but you could put it in, like, an advanced setting or something like that, so that if you want to, like, mute someone's voice or mute the music or something like that, then you could. Maybe that's the next evolution of the YouTube player. Only tackle permitted, sonar bobber. Yup, that's the glacier fish. That sure is the glacier fish. That's more than 20 years past. You're telling me his YouTube is behind the times. We're gonna reset the day, it's just getting too late. This feels like the plot of Groundhog's Day. I have to get the perfect glacier fish catch before I can see tomorrow. Get the Feast of the Winter. It's the worst thing about it is that it's like tomorrow's the Feast of the Winter Star. It's supposed to be a nice, wholesome, cozy festival, and instead we're stuck in a glacier fish loop for however long it takes here. When are we buffing beyond trout soup? I can pull it. I'm content to continue going with trout soup, but which buff? I guess, hold on, I'll just say, should I use seafoam pudding? Yes or no? I am open to the option. I'm not so set in my ways and so, like, you know, curmudgeonly about wanting to catch the glacier fish at level 6 in particular. That challenge can wait for another day. It doesn't necessarily have to be nested into the randomizer here. We're not the ones being punished here. I'm gonna eat one more trout soup, and we'll ride out these attempts. And by the looks of things, it does look like most people want us to switch to seafoam pudding. But I'll let the poll run for the next until this trout soup runs out, basically. So basically what I'm saying is glacier fish, it's now or never. You and me, let's work together on this one, all right? Let's, you know, we can make a wonderful thing happen here. We can have a beautiful moment together if you'll just allow it. If you'll just let me into your heart, into your cold, icy, forlorn heart. Come on, glacier fish. You've been hanging out alone in this little section of the river. The dominant species. King of all that surrounds you for like almost 30 years now. Don't you think it's time to find a friend? You don't have anyone. Even your son, even Glacierfish Jr., he only comes around, like, for the family reunions when Mr. Chief forces him to. You don't even get to see him when that happens, because, like, he takes your place here, and I don't even know where you go. You go on, like, vacation or something. Did I try to serenade the Glacierfish? I have not. I don't know what song I would want to sing for it. Now I'm put on the spot, and I'm like, oh no. Ice, ice, baby. Once upon a time, I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart. There's nothing I can say. Total eclipse of the heart. Use that siren charm. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Do you want to build a snowman? I could get behind building the snowman with my Glacierfish friend. Do you want to have a new home? Come on, let me catch you. I just want you in my fish tank. Don't be so dank. I don't know, man. What am I saying here? Try the fish wrap. I don't know what the fish wrap is. Is it like the poke wrap, but for fish? I don't even know the poke wrap, to be honest with you. Or are you talking about my fish wrap? Where I just started spouting off all the... I don't even know. I couldn't duplicate that if I tried. Who's that fish? It's the glacier fish. Da-na-na-na. How do you let a fish go after it bites? For me, it is the letter E. It's E on PC. Fish wrap, but only glacier fish. Glacier fish, 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 glacier fish. That's the glacier fish wrap. Please rate my song out of 10. I worked really hard on it. Perfection, 10 out of 10. 9.9, 11. Thank you so much. I put a lot of time, especially into the lyrics. It all kind of, you know, I entered a flow state while I was writing it originally, and it all just kind of came to me all at once. But then I went over it with a fine-tooth comb, making sure each and every word in the song has an important and distinct meaning from every other word. So if you really take your time and dig into that song, you can find some pretty powerful messages in there. Anyway, I'm gonna bring some seafoam pudding with me instead. Am I willing to sacrifice more than one seafoam pudding, or do I just go like one seafoam pudding, and if I don't catch it, then I reset? I think that's probably the way I do it, right? Because that's functionally equivalent to just using multiple seafoam pudding anyway. And there's such a precious resource, since we don't have the ability to cook them ourselves yet, that I feel like this is warranted. As many as it takes. Alright. I mean, I've had so much practice with the glacier fish at level 6 now that glacier fish at level 9, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be chump change. I'm gonna catch him first try, don't you worry about it. Did I take inspiration from the sentence buffalo, 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 buffalo? I mean, it's a common misconception. But actually, no, it was just convergent evolution. We kind of came to the same idea from two different places. But it's a good thought. It's a good question. Alright. First attempt with the glacier fish in my belly. Not the glacier fish, the seafoam pudding in my belly. I'm not going to eat the glacier fish. Wait, no, that was not a Freudian slip. I'm not going to eat you. I promise, I'm not going to eat you. Wait, he's still hard? What? Chat, I ate the seafoam pudding. I thought I was supposed to, like, catch him now. But what? He's still, like, really hard, though. I think I just heard a panning spot of all things. Trapper Bobber is the GOAT with this fish. I kind of learned that during Master Angler 1.6 attempts. It's a very good bobber to use with this fish and the legend and all that. I'd never tried it before. I'd heard that the trap bobber was good for the legendary fish, but until then I'd never really had much reason to try it, since I always just caught them without it. But it is pretty powerful when it comes to these guys. The glacier fish ate a land sand pudding to counter me. They thought of everything. What the heck was I thinking trying to catch this guy at level 6, dude? I struggle with this guy when I'm, like, level 15 fishing. What was I doing all this time? How did you guys let me get away with that for so long? Exclamation point optimism. Valid. That's a valid point. But in the interest of production value, seafoam pudding is definitely the way here. The bite rate is crazy. It's the one saving grace for the glacier fish is just how often it bites. That's kind of why I think it's, like, more annoying to catch the legend, because the legend is, like, just as difficult as the glacier fish, but it bites far less frequently. And if you're not using magic bait, you need to be raining too for the legend. For this and many other reasons, I would say the legend is canonically harder than the glacier fish. Change my mind. Many people say the glacier fish is the hardest fish. I would tend to disagree with that statement. Second hardest fish, probably, yes. The legend isn't harder to catch, it's harder to find. I would say the legend is harder to find and just as hard to catch. It's all anecdotal experience anyway. Like, the game, when you get down to brass tacks, the game's, like, code says the glacier fish is... Alright, we're out of time there. The glacier fish's difficulty is, like, what, 100? And the legend's difficulty is 110? And they're both of their patterns are mixed, right? So, like, mathematically speaking, doesn't the legend have to be harder? Hold on, I forgot I have to actually grab the seafoam pudding. If the glacier fish was, like, used the dart pattern instead of the mixed pattern, I think there would be an argument to be had there. As it is, though, if they're both mixed, then it all just boils down to the difficulty number, and I think the mixed pattern in particular lends itself to being, like, you can either get, like, really easy patterns or really hard patterns. But since that's true for either the legend and the glacier fish, unless there's, like, an integer overflow situation with the legend where, like, its difficulty is so high that eventually it gets, like, a little, like, baby pattern or something and just kind of sits there. I've seen that happen sometimes, but that happens with the glacier fish too, so... The legend is absolutely not as difficult as the glacier fish to catch. I just don't see it personally. I mean, you all have your own experiences, and that's valid, but I also have my own experience, and my own experience says that the legend is indeed the hardest fish to catch in the game. Glacier fish took some performance enhancements. I'm trying to think of, like, what actually... Because, like, so many people do say that the glacier fish is the hardest fish. It's, like, enough people that it's not just, like, a few people's, like, anecdotal experience. It's a consistent belief. Even though, like, the math and the code does say that the legend should, by all accounts, be harder. So I'm wondering, like, what is the disconnect there? Why is it that so many people feel like the glacier fish is harder? What makes the glacier fish actually, like, feel like a harder fish most of the time? And I honestly don't know. No pressure, but my cat is watching you fish, and he would definitely like the glacier fish in his tummy. This one's for Savon's cat. We'll get that glacier fish before you know it. On average, it takes more tries to get the glacier fish. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I really don't want to catch that treasure if I can avoid it, to be honest. No, no. Oh, okay. Hold. We got a moment. We were having a moment, you and me, Mr. Glacier Fish. We were having a moment, and you went and ruined it. How dare you? He woke up. How the environment affects the gameplay. I feel like, yeah, it must be something to do with, like, just how... Like, you do get a lot more interactions with the glacier fish than you do with the legend, just based on how much more often the glacier fish bites. Maybe it's like, you know, when the legend bites, it's like you're kind of more locked in, whereas when the glacier fish bites, it's like you don't have to lock in as much because you're gonna have so many more attempts anyway. I don't know. Am I saying that it's a skill issue? Maybe, but I'm also having that skill issue right now, so... Maybe I just need to focus. Or maybe it's just random. Maybe it's all just down to dumb luck. Concerned Dave could have made the glacier fish more likely to dart in its mixed pattern. I think mixed is just like a pattern that the game controls. I don't know if Concerned Dave actually coded it so that like each fish with the mixed pattern has like a different variety of the mixed pattern. I don't know, maybe though. That would be interesting actually. I'm telling you, the angler is nearly impossible. Have you tried fishing? Or our seafoam pudding ran out. Have you tried fishing at level? Have you tried making sure you're at least level 3 fishing? Because you cannot physically hook the angler until you're level 3 fishing. I hope this helps. Have you tried fishing? Lava eels on Mines Floor 100 are pretty awful also. I mean, if we're talking non-legendary fish, for me, I don't think it's a hot take to say that the octopus is the hardest. If I'm doing, like, excluding legendary fish, if you asked me to rank, like, the top 5 hardest fish, I think I would say octopus number 1. Number 2 is kind of hard to pin down, honestly. There's like a lot of contenders for that. I would say number 2 is probably the scorpion carp. Number 3 might be the lava eel. And then 4 and 5 is kind of like a wash. There's a lot of fish that could go in those spots. You could do like, I think blobfish is a strong contender. I think the super cucumber is pretty tough. Scorpion carp has been giving you trouble lately, but lava eels have been kind to you. Scorpion carp just needs to not be freaking out at first. I mean, the scorpion carp is the... Hold on a second. Alright, false alarm. The scorpion carp, I believe... Correct me if I'm wrong on this. I believe the scorpion carp is the fish with the... Is the fish with the highest difficulty that also has the dart pattern. And I do think the dart pattern is probably the hardest pattern. Like, scorpion carp is not mixed. It's always dart. Which is why I think overall it's probably harder than the lava eel, even though I think the lava eel does have a higher difficulty value. think scorpion carp is like 80 dart, whereas lava eel is like 95 mixed or something like that. It's 90 dart, even worse. Fair enough. Not mixed, because dart you can assume it's going to jump. I mean, it's true dart is probably more... The dart pattern is probably more predictable than the mixed pattern, because you always kind of know what it's going to do. At least to a certain extent. You always know it's just going to be darting around. But that can be its own problem, because, like, you don't know where it's going to dart to, and the speed at which your fishing bar moves is not fast enough to keep up with, like, some of the biggest darts that these fish can throw out. So it's always, you know, sometimes luck is just not on your side. Sinker is the hardest pattern. Changed my mind. Bro, I can't for the life of me catch the carp. I don't know how people do it. And not all instances of hooking the fish dart in the same way. Exactly, yeah, so... Even though dart is technically more predictable in, like, concept, in practice, it's not... It's kind of still a toss-up. I do appreciate that there is an option to get these fish other than fishing now. Like, if you want the glacier fish, then you can, like, get yourself a pan, enchant it with the fisher enchantment, and just try your luck that way. If you don't care about actually catching the glacier fish and adding it to your fishing collection, then that's an option for you. Downside there is that you need to catch the fish in order to get perfection, so if you want to go that far, then you're going to need to eventually catch this guy. And you can catch it multiple times. True, true. It'll take a while, but you can. There wasn't something to the fish patterns, you would be able to tell what fish it was within the first few seconds. Yeah, largemouth bass. Yeah, there are a few fish. There are a few fish that have very distinct patterns. That's true. Like the largemouth bass, like you say, is a pretty distinct pattern. The bullhead, the tuna, the eel, they all come to mind as fish with very particular patterns. The red mullet, actually. Hi, what are you looking at? What's in the mail here? Tomorrow's the Feast of the Winter's Tart. I get a gift from my secret friend, Emily. Chat, who's Emily? I don't think I know that girl. Does she even live in the same town here? Whatever. We'll head to the festival tomorrow and just, you know... I'll bring her whatever trash I can find in my bags. Largemouth bass goes to a certain notch on the top, so Concerned Ape could have done something similar with the glacier fish. I do wonder if that's not, like, something that Concerned Ape made happen specifically, like, intentionally, though, or if it's just a product of the system he set up that, like, calculates how a fish should move based on the numbers given for its pattern and its difficulty. Like, based on my admittedly amateurish coding knowledge, I would assume that the fact that certain fish are more predictable like that, like the largemouth bass, like tuna and eel and all that stuff, they go to like a specific notch, is more of a byproduct of the system rather than intended design. Bro, you were being so nice to me. What happened? It all fell apart, dude. You see how nice that guy was being? He was just, like, sitting there. We were having a casual conversation about, like... about the sea. And how beautiful it was. And how beautiful our life could have been together once the glacier fish let me in. But... I don't know. Then he woke up, I guess. Largemouth bass, ghost fish, and tilapia are all 50 mix. That's a valid point. That I guess like fish of like a similar, or fish that have the same stats and the same patterns don't always behave the same way. So I guess that's an indication that maybe there's something else going on behind the scenes there. Not the fish being emotionally abusive. He is kind of gaslighting me right now. He always struggled with the tuna. I could see how you could struggle with the tuna. Once you kind of know its pattern, though, it becomes one of the easier fish in my mind. At least if you're a high enough fishing level. If you're still a relatively low fishing level and you catch the tuna, or you hook the tuna, then you might struggle a bit for sure. This is going to be the one. I hope you're right, Pizza Boy Dwight. This next one is it. Here we go, chat. Focus up. Alright, not that one. That one was... That's a mulligan. This is the one, though. Wait, that's not even a glacier fish? That's just, like, not fair. Like, come on, don't toy with me. I'm trying to catch a glacier fish here, not like a stinky chub or something. Bro, get out of here. You're not invited to the party, dude. It's RSVP only, and you did not RSV or P. Bro, it could have been perfect. It could have been perfect. While an actual winter song is playing on the soundtrack, on the stream soundtrack. It could have been beautiful. It could have been beautiful. Did you guys know one of the changes from in Stardew Valley 1.0 that I didn't realize until like after the stream was over, when I was playing the 1.0 release, is when I went to quit the game, there's no option to quit to title in 1.0. You have to quit to desktop, which is like a minor thing, but it's like it kind of caught me by surprise. I was like, huh. Anyway. There's a little piece of Stardew Valley trivia for you in case you ever find yourself in a real-life saw trap. I want to play a game. Your life hangs in the balance. In order to set yourself free, you need to answer the most obscure Stardew Valley trivia questions I could come up with off the top of my head. May have just leaked the concept for the next Saw movie. Ooh. What is that? What are you doing down there, dude? I mean, maybe I shouldn't look a gift fish in the mouth, but he was just like not moving. For a second I was like, is this the glacier fish or is this a carp? I couldn't tell the difference, man. Am I getting a giant powder melon this winter? Andriana, I am one step ahead of you. Bartholomew Powder Melon, the first of his line, is already present on our farm. You've only played Stardew since 1.6 and you're completely addicted. You've started modding and such recently. Ooh, that's exciting. You know, it's no face. You are in a position that many of us have been in the past, where you're falling down the Stardew rabbit hole. You're in the community. It's got its hooks in you forever now. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. I'm honestly jealous. I wish I could re-experience Stardew Valley for the first time again. Yeah, I can't use a trap bobber because the fiberglass rod only allows bait, not tackle. And we're not a high enough fishing level that I can actually catch the, or that I can actually buy the iridium rod. Started playing 2 years ago, and you put way too many hours in. It might be time. I think we haven't done an hours played check in a little while. Exclamation point playtime for the playtime on this farm. But I should check my actual like Steam hours, because I don't remember how much I've. It might have finally surpassed the Binding of Isaac for my most played game on Steam. It was getting close. I don't think it was quite there yet when the last time I checked, but I think it probably is now. Yeah, I think last time I checked, I had like 2,024 hours. It's somewhere thereabouts, because I remember it was like the same amount of hours as like the year. We have 2,500 hours in Stardew in only 2 years. That is a lot. Admittedly, that is quite a commitment. But hey, you know, if you love Stardew and you have the opportunity to play it, then go wild. Maddie's Aviation, hello, hello, welcome. Welcome to the Glacier Fish Party. It's only a matter of time here. It's only a matter of time. But today's not our day. I'm gonna go check my Steam hours, just, you know, just for funsies. Why not? Let me see. Steam. Time for an hour check. Place your bets now. How many hours do I have total? And is it more than the Binding of Isaac? The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, how many hours do I have? For your point of reference, on the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, which has been my longest played, my most hours on any Steam game for a long time, my current hours on that are 2,114.4. Do I have more or less on Stardew Valley? I'd like to change my answer to 3,000, 2,600, 1,200, 2,300, 1,369, 2,234. I currently have 2,178.6 hours in Stardew Valley, which is marginally more than the Binding of Isaac, where I had 2,114. Haven't hit that 2,200 threshold yet, but we're not far off. Steam says you all have almost 16,000 hours in Stardew. Lisa! Question, how often do you leave Stardew Valley open? Just like sitting idle in the background would be my question to that. Anytime I see a number that big, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. That's a lot of hours. I respect it. You have to go add up the hours from the load screen to get the real data. Fair enough, yeah. That makes more sense. Alright, trout soups go in there. We did do Pokedoku. We did, Maddie. Right at the top of the stream. How many hours has it been since Stardew released? How many hours has it been since, like, February... What is it, like, February 20th? 2016 or something like that? February 22nd? Somewhere in that ballpark? Someone can do the math on that one, probably. I'd be curious to know. You leave it open in the background for weeks at a time. That makes a lot of sense. All right. I'm glad it's not 16,000 active hours, because that sounds like it could be cause for concern, admittedly. Around 80,000 hours. That's how, so 80,000 hours is how long Stardew Valley has been available as a game. 72,087 hours. One second. I see the notification, but okay. Lady Carfax, thank you for becoming a member at the Electron level, by the way. Thank you for the generosity and the support. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emojis and your sword. Carefully swing that thing. You'd have to have it open on multiple consoles to catch up. Bro, that dude, he baited me so hard. That was a... that was a tragedy, that catch right there. I was like, oh. I committed to it. I went and caught the fishing treasure and everything, and then he just started dancing around like he was laughing in my face, pulling out the classic troll face emoji. So rude. So rude. It was chill for so long, and then it was just like a psych, haha, times 5. Honestly, yeah. It was like, yeah, we're cool, man. We're cool. We're cool. You trust me, right? You trust me, right? Come on, say you trust me. Say you trust me. And then I'm like, all right, I think I trust you. And then immediately, as the last syllable leaves my lips, Glacierfish is like, psych nerd, lol, I can't believe you believed that. Get owned, bozo. Glacierfish is bullying me right now, and I do not appreciate it. Starting to stress you out a bit. If it'll help, just know that the only way this ends is that we do catch the Glacierfish eventually. It might not be this stream. Hopefully it'll be the next one, but even if not, like, eventually we have to catch the Glacierfish. And that's ultimately what keeps me going in the face of, like, trials like this. There's gonna be many different trials, like RNG-based, skill-based, and otherwise that I encounter in my life of playing games and doing challenge runs and stuff. Not just in Stardew, but in other games as well. And the thing that always keeps me going is that I know that if I want to do it and that it's possible, then it'll be done. So it's like, you know, just keep going, because eventually you'll get there. There will be trials, tribulations, ups and downs along the way, but as long as you can keep that fact in mind, that eventually, if you put in the time, put in the effort, and you want to get there, then you will get there, then everything else will fall into place. You don't know how I can do it? That's honestly the way, is just, you know, keeping that in mind, that eventually it will be done. Gotta keep that forward-thinking mentality, because if you're just constantly living in the moment and looking at all these attempts and seeing like, how is this ever gonna happen? Like, look at how many failed attempts that I already have, and how many I'm building up, and how many resets I've had to do. It's like, yeah, that's very stressful to think about. That's very, like, intimidating, and it can be very easy to get into a cycle of being like, of looking at that and being like, this is so hopeless. I hate this. But that's the trick, is you can't fall into that cycle. You can't let those failures define what the... Like the journey itself is not defined by failure. It contains failures. The road is paved with failures and difficulty and lots and just all the hard things that come with a challenge like this. But that's the thing. The road is not what you're there for. You're there for the destination. And when you look back across the road and realize that you walked that road and you made it all that way, you took every step necessary to make it to the end of that road, there's no feeling better. There is no feeling that compares in my mind. And that's why I keep going. Water? That's actually a good call. I haven't had a hydration break in a hot minute. Maybe that's what'll help me here. Alright, quick hydration break. Actually motivating for what I'm dealing with in IRL right now, so thank you. Glad I could help in whatever capacity. It's advice that you can take beyond just like video games and challenge runs and anything. It is advice you can just use in your real life, and I often do. Some challenges are going to be a lot harder than others. Things that you face are going to be really, like, it's just part of the human experience. No matter what, you're going to run into problems. You're going to run into sadness and darkness and terrible things in your life. But if you try and keep that light that is always ahead of you, if you try and keep that in mind, then it helps a lot. I'm not going to say it's going to solve all your problems, but it does help. What if you don't believe you can get there? If you don't believe that you can make it to the end of the road, then tell yourself, okay, how far do I believe I can make it? Maybe the answer to that is maybe you can make it halfway down the road. Maybe you can make it like 10% of the way there. Maybe you can only take the next step down that road. And if you believe that you can do that, then do it. And then once you do that, ask yourself again, how far can I go? Maybe now you can believe that you can make it to the end of the road. And if not, believe that you can take that next step and just keep going. If that's what you have to do, if you don't believe you can make it the full distance, just tell yourself that you can make that next step. Break it down as far as you need to as little steps as you possibly can. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, progress, any amount of progress is still progress. You're still moving in the right direction. Have a good one there, Mazer. Thank you very much for hanging out. When I catch this fish, I must turn it into sashimi and eat it. I think that would be so disrespectful. Oh gosh. I haven't done that with any of the fish yet. I don't think that I've caught. At least none of the ones that actually put up a good fight here. Look, the glacier fish is not gonna live up to Ollie's legacy by any means. But he'll have a place at our home. I mean, I've got a place for the angler and the crimson fish of all things. Can I even make sashimi? That's a good point, actually. I don't even know if I can cook sashimi yet. That's valid. Oh, here we go. Do you hear the sounds? It's the final boss. Have we encountered the final boss of fishing? Oh, don't do this to me. Come back down. I was waiting for him to come back down. I was trying to read him, dude. I was trying to read him, and I failed. That's a heartbreaker right there. It's alright. We'll have another attempt like that. 2,300 hours is a more realistic number. That does sound significantly more realistic. I assume you just added up like all the play times across your various save files at that point. That makes more sense. That wouldn't quite work for me to add up like the play times of my save files, because many of those save files have like days that I reset baked into them, and those days where you reset don't get added to the playtime. This is not where that goes. Put that in there, take that out of there, and honestly just trash this Omni Geode. I'm not about to walk over and put that away in its proper place. If when everything is said and done, I'm one Omni Geode short of my goal, I think that, you know, then we can start complaining. But Stardew often has lots of resetting, not gonna lie. I do like to play. I mean, I don't mind. I don't have any like qualms with resetting in most playthroughs, even in challenge runs that I do. In fact, a lot of the times in challenge runs, some strategies are built around the idea that you can reset the day. But I will say that the current challenge run that I'm working on, like off stream behind the scenes, the fleeting farm challenge, as I'm calling it, where every day. Between days, I lose all my money and my items and just start with a blank slate every day. In that challenge in particular, one of the rules is that I'm not allowed to reset the day because it makes each day more impactful and more meaningful. And I think that is the right call for that type of challenge. I think that's based on my play experience with that challenge so far, that you will hopefully see in the not too distant future in video form. It is, I think it makes the challenge significantly more interesting to me. Nah, that's too much. I mean, that's fair. I think that would be too much for for a lot of people. It just wouldn't be fun for a lot of people. For me, it definitely adds to the experience, though. A no reset run would destroy you. Okay, but what if you accidentally divorce your spouse? One, I would question how you accidentally divorce your spouse. Two, in that situation, I would probably be like, how did I end up in this position where I was even able to do that? And I would be like, I deserve this. And I would just, like, do the work to marry my spouse again. You know? It would be fun, you know? You get to go through that whole, like, early romantic endeavor all over again. Or you dove your kids. Alright, maybe that one you could reset for. Is that my remake of the Iron Man challenge? It is, yeah. I talked about it more in the State of the Channel video I posted a little while back. That's when I first kind of announced that challenge, but it is basically like a spiritual successor, a reimagining of the Iron Man challenge, if you will. You're avoiding all the Stardew Valley stuff, even it said no spoiler. Fair enough, honestly, yeah. That's valid. What if you're just walking around the witch's hut holding a prismatic shard over your head and you slip and fall and the shard lands squarely in the small offering bin? Hey, you know, accidents happen. The only way I could realistically see, like, accidentally turning your children into doves is if you mix up, like, if you're, like, going to the witch's hut, thinking that you're trying to, like, turn monster spawning on or off on your farm, you mix up which statue is which, and you mix up what the required offering is. And then when you click it, you don't read the text for what the statue is about to do. Like, a lot of things have to go wrong for you to end up in that position, but it is, like, a hypothetically, like, feasible scenario. It would just be, like, really, really funny if that did all line up like that. I have 11 seconds left. I can get one more hook in there. I thought I could get one more hook in there. but the game told me otherwise. What if you place a bomb on your farm by accident? That hurts. We've all done it at some point where we're just wandering around, carrying a bomb over our head. We right-click to, like, put something down or move something, and all of a sudden, and you're like, and your heart just drops the moment you hear that sound. You know? But there's nothing you can do at that point. You just have to ride it out and be like, boom, and just watch it go boom, and just all your hard work get destroyed right in front of your eyes. If it's early enough in the day, and if, like, you haven't done that much that day that, like, you wouldn't mind doing again, that's probably, like, a resettable offense for most people. Accidentally cherry bombed your only 3 mayo makers yesterday. 07. That is an unfortunate scenario. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that happened to you. What the heck? I'm trapped? Hello? You've never carried a bomb over your head on your farm in fear of that? Honestly, smart. If you have the presence of mind to be able to do that, then I envy you, honestly. Because I like to say that I would never be so reckless as to carry a bomb over my head while walking around my farm, but I know that that's just not true. I've definitely done it. I wonder if there's, like, a mod, or if someone could, like, make a mod that makes it so, like, if you try to use a bomb outside of the mines, it gives you, like, a little, like, prompt, like, are you sure you want to put down this bomb? Because there's not many scenarios I can think of where you'd want to put down a bomb outside of your farm, or outside of the mines, unless, like, you're, like, clearing a bunch of debris, or, like, clearing the quarry or something like that, in which case maybe it could be, like, a toggleable warning, which it probably should be anyway, I guess, but I think having, like, the option for, like, a little, like, hey, just so you know, you're about to ruin dozens of hours of hard work. Are you sure you want to do that? I think it would be a good option to have. Probably save a lot of heartache for people. Kent sends them the gift. You just open the mail and suddenly you have a bomb in your hands. I mean, it depends on what slot you have active in your inventory right now. Because I don't think, like, when you pick up the mail that it automatically selects the slot that the gift goes into, right? If you have, like, your scythe selected or whatever, it could still just have your scythe in your hands. Happens too often, you just have to learn to be careful. Pretty much, yeah. Just gotta learn from your mistakes, you know? Oh no, the wild glacier fish fled. My text box would be full of that in chat if that's the way this game worked. It is weirdly reminiscent of trying to, like, catch, like, a Pokemon in the Safari Zone when you're trying to catch a fish like this. Like, if you're looking for, like, a specific rare Pokemon, you finally find it, and then it just, like, runs away. It's got the same energy as kind of what's going on right now. Kangaskhan. I have a lot of patience, and I have a lot of, you know, persistence and stubbornness. But even I don't understand how the people who go, like, shiny hunting, looking for, like, a shiny Chansey in the Safari Zone in those older games, how the heck do you do that? Like, that is That is some next level dedication right there. I mean, I guess it's like the same way that I do all this stuff, is that, you know, if you're really passionate about it, then it just doesn't feel like it's taking as long as it actually is. Shiny hunting legendaries where you just have to reset. Shiny hunting legendaries, shiny hunting starters. I've tried shiny hunting for various Pokemon in the past, and I've just like never been able to commit to it. Maybe if I was doing it like on stream or something like that, that would be a different story. Because then at least if you're doing it like on stream or like with somebody else, you've got some camaraderie to help you get through like the boring aspect of you know, constantly saving or like saving and then like constantly like soft resetting and going through all the rigmarole of like opening up the game, interacting with the Pokemon, or like finding the Pokemon if you need to do that. Then oh, I forgot Iota. Thankfully I have this handy dandy horse flute here. Starters in later games are shiny locked. Honestly, probably for the best, because like the opening sections of those games where like before you can even have access to your starter are so long that like having to reset to like and go through like all the like the cutscenes and stuff would be just like such a nightmare. I get that people still want to like reset and try and get like a shiny starter, but I can understand the rationale. If you know where to save, it's not so bad. Depends on the game. Shiny only challenge runs, can't use a starter. I've seen a few of those videos, or at least seen a few of them recommended to me, where it's like, I played such and such Pokemon game, but I can only use shinies. And I just don't have the stamina to do that, to be honest with you. That sort of challenge kind of crosses the line for me to being from like I like a challenge run that is like where the fun in a challenge run comes for me is from like unique and interesting strategies that sometimes are like involve a lot of like tedium and repetition, but like at least they're interesting, or like the end result is interesting, or like just like the mechanics involved in doing it, the mechanics that you are repeating over and over for a long time are interesting in and of themselves. But like something like that where you're just like looking for like, you know, a shiny Pokemon and like just resetting constantly over and over again until you roll the right dice is just like, it's just not interesting enough to me a lot of the time. Maybe that's just me, though. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a text from my mom. Okay. Nothing urgent. You always gotta double check. There are also shiny hunting competitive players where it's not just shiny, but the right nature and EVs and IVs too. I can't even, like, no wonder people hack their Pokemon into that point. Like, they don't make it easy to get those. Like, there was a time, I could speak from, like, personal experience, because there was a time back in, like, the Pokemon Sun and Moon era, when those were, like, the most recent and popular games, that I did a little bit of competitive battling. Like, I went to, like a little local tournament not too far from where I live. And that was my first experience, like, trying to build a competitive team with, like, good, like, stats, EVs, IVs, and all that. Which, if you don't know Pokemon, it's, especially not the competitive side of Pokemon, that probably, like, all goes over your head. But you don't really need to know what the EVs and IVs are to understand that, like, to get them takes a long time. You have to, like, put a lot of effort and, like, give your Pokemon the right items. You have to breed them the right way. You have to train each Pokemon in your 6 Pokemon team for, like, many hours on end to get, like, the perfect distilled essence of what you want that Pokemon to do, basically. And even if you put in all the time and all the effort, like I think I remember, like, like, I did the research. I knew how to do it. I knew how to get the right IVs and EVs, and I kept trying, and I kept, like, failing. I kept, like, getting close to what I wanted, but not quite there. And eventually, I think I just, like, settled and said, like, you know what? I don't need 31 IVs in speed. I can just do 30 IV in speed, and that's probably fine by me. I didn't hack the Pokemon in, but I was in the mentality where I was understanding, like, you know, I could see why people just, like, hack these in. It saves a lot of time. We're getting a Pokemon in the right Pokeball. That's true. Yeah, honestly, yeah. You just have, like, one Moon Ball, one Love Ball. Speaking from experience there, I imagine Miss Palindrome is oddly specific. If you are interested in, like, that kind of, like, grindy mentality and trying to, like, grind for, like, all the stuff that you can get on a specific Pokemon, like, all the, like, the unique stuff and making, like, the most unique Pokemon you can, I definitely recommend checking out Sir Toasty T's YouTube channel. He's done a few videos where he, like, turns, like, his Pokemon into, like, ribbon masters, where he gets all the ribbons that are available for a specific Pokemon across, like, every generation on that Pokemon. And it's a great video, like, at least the very first one that I saw, it's a great video where you just, like, kind of sit back and let it wash over you, and even if you don't fully understand the mechanics, he explains it well enough that you can kind of follow along and be like, wow, that's a lot. I can't believe you did that. I would not want to do that. But I'm glad you did, because it made for an entertaining video. You know, it's kind of the same energy as watching the Master Angler video. Where most of you probably watch it and be like, that's amazing. I would never want to do that. I would hate that. And I'm like, well, now you have the video, so you don't have to do it. Enjoy. Scratch the same itch. Sugar Prince, you're in the middle of a randomizer, or a Ribbon Master challenge, where you're taking an extended break because the Gen 4 Battle Tower is absolutely awful. I have heard that. I think I remember that from Sir Toasty T's video, that, like, the Gen 4 Battle Tower in particular is, like, full of, like, hacked Pokemon, and it's just, like, such a grueling slog fest to try and get through. Best of luck to you when you do eventually return to that. Sounds like my style. I guess the difference for me is that, like, you know, it's just a different game. It's like, would I want to do all that kind of stuff in Pokemon? For some reason, doing, like, those kind of big, insanely long grinds in Pokemon is far less appealing to me than doing those kind of long grinds in Stardew Valley. I think, you know, if you have the same kind of mindset and tendencies that I do, where, like, these grinds, these long commitments to really big, eccentric, and, like, insane challenges, if they appeal to you, they're probably not going to appeal to you in every game. You gotta, like, find your home base. And for me, Stardew Valley is a lovely home base to be in. I've tried my hand at Pokemon, I've tried my hand at RuneScape, I've tried it all over the place, and you know what? Stardew Valley is the place for me these days. Maybe that'll change in the future. Maybe I'll find some other games that I don't mind doing that in. But for now, about the farthest I'll go with other games is, like, going for, like, 100% completion. Not necessarily doing, like, challenge runs, just, like, you know, completing the game on its own terms, getting all the achievements and stuff, which can be its own grind for a lot of games as well, so. Bro, I need to go to work soon. Can you please just catch this glacier fish already? I want to roll a new goal. Enough's enough. I'm getting my serious face on now. I'm gonna catch this glacier fish if it's the last thing I do. Chat, everyone get your serious face on right now. Post your serious face as an emoji in chat, please. So I can see all of your serious faces as we all collectively combine our focus and attention and actually just catch this glacier fish. Serious faces only, please. This way the glacier fish will know that we're not messing around. We're not... Look at all those serious faces. We're not playing around anymore, baby. Look, the glacier fish is already, like... Is already calming down. He's like, oh, shoot, I didn't realize it was like that. Oh, don't do me like that. Don't. My serious face will prevail. No, my angry face prevailed. No, he made my angry face. Oh my gosh. There was a moment there where it was so close. He was so close that I legitimately was, like, about to, like, start celebrating because I thought I had him. And then he just, like, was like, nope. Oh my gosh. It was so insanely close. Come on, we can do it again. We can do it again. Right here, right now. We still got all our serious faces on, right? It was literally... It was like frames away from being caught. That was just... That was tragic. Nah, Glacierfish has not fallen for our... for our tricks this time. He knows the serious face is but a front to our true emotions of anxiety and excitement as we near catching him. Fish said no, Lamau. One more try here. We got 9 seconds. One more for the road. Dang it. Alright. I think I've got enough time, because I do legitimately have to, like, go to work in a little bit here, so I have to, like, go and, like, have lunch and stuff, so that I don't die of starvation at work. But I think I've got it in me to do one more attempt here, so we'll go grab our seafoam pudding and do one more round of attempts. Raise your hand if you've, like, completely forgotten the discussion that we had at, like, when I first rolled the glacier fish, and you're not even concerned about the fishing level anymore, and you just want to catch this glacier fish so we can move on with our lives. It's like, bro, give me the fishing level. I don't care. Give me 2 fishing levels if that's what it takes. Just let me catch this boy, please. I mean, realistically, we haven't been here doing this as long as, like, some other goals, for sure. Like, I think even, like, catching Ollie, catching the octopus at, like, level 1 fishing, it took longer than we've currently been here with the glacier fish. Not to speak of other, like, insanely long grinds, like the gold clock and stuff, but still. Enough's enough, right? You weren't here when we rolled this goal. It was a whole big thing, because I am currently at a point in my fishing XP where catching this glacier fish will force a level up, but we ultimately decided that we're just gonna accept that. Do I have magic bait available? I do, yeah. So if I could technically catch it out of season if I need to. But catching the glacier fish in its native climate, meeting it at its own level is more my speed. Wait, don't do that. That's not how this attempt is gonna end. With a bunch of green algae of all things. You remember the cactus fruit days? This is nothing. Valid. Valid, Clawtooth. That's an OG statement right there. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm gonna reset that one. But that does not count as our final attempt. That was just like, that was just rude. No green algae, please. That was an omen? Nah, that was a scare tactic. It's trying to scare me and stop me from playing. It's like, oh, you know, maybe you should stop trying to catch this fish. Look at all this green algae you're getting. Doesn't this upset you? Doesn't this upset you? Please leave. Please leave. Because they know I'm getting close. They know I'm getting close is the thing. They know if they give me, like, 5 more cracks at the glacier fish, then it's just going to be over. And their little game, this little game that the Randomizer and Stardew Valley are playing together, it's all going to come crumbling down. In the face of pure exclamation point optimism. Fish buffs make it possible. You know what the most diabolical thing about the Randomizer is? Is that the prerequisite for catching the glacier fish, for rolling this goal that we're currently doing right now, is that you have to be fishing level 2. Because if you are fishing level 2, you can eat a seafoam pudding and get to fishing level 6 and technically catch the glacier fish. If anyone has rolled catch a glacier fish at fishing level 2, I would like to formally apologize to you. That's messed up. we're not gonna change it, but it is messed up. Might as well make it fishing level 1, so you need the buff from the Desert Festival. See, the problem there is that you would also need magic bait to make that work. Although, since the festival is in spring, you could use that for the legend. Don't give me ideas, though. What is all this trash, dude? Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, we were playing like table tennis for a second there. Did you see my bar, how fast it was like bouncing around, and the glacier fish was also bouncing around equally as fast, but just like out of sync. Like I was the sine wave, he was the cosine. That was wild. Could also enchant the fiberglass rod. True. Valid point. But we gotta draw the line somewhere, right? Do you imagine the flex of catching the legend at level 3 fishing? Cheese season seafoam pudding +5. Buff from the Desert Festival +1. Buff from enchanting your fishing rod +1. That gets you to +10, because that's the +7 buff right there. That would be wild. Cork bobber would also be good. Cork bobber will go a long way for sure. We got 15 seconds left. We don't have that many attempts left. This has got to be the one here. is such a dance, man. Dancing. We're dancing. Come on. Dance with me, Glacierfish. Dance with me. Dance with me all the way home. I've got a nice, cozy tank for you. Just waiting. Just waiting. All you have to do is take the leap. Leap with me! Oh my gosh. I had to go and open my big mouth, man. Dang it. Not that kind of leap. You're saying that. You're telling me. Oh, jeez. All right. It was a valiant effort. It was a good try. We had our ups, we had our downs, we had our close calls. The Glacierfish will be ours next time. But, unfortunately, let's all just take a step back, take a breather, go for a walk, have some relaxation, enjoy some time, some leisure time. Ooh, pardon me, between streams. Just take a deep breath. We'll get him next time. Next time for sure. Until then, though, we will pick up this journey again next week. I'll make sure and share when that's going to happen with you. I'll share like a stream schedule and whatnot. Until then, though, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful May-long weekend if you are celebrating that in any capacity. Be good to one another. Be good to yourselves. And, go catch a Glacierfish, if you're so inclined. For good luck. Or don't, you know. Maybe take a break from that. Either way, I digress. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great weekend. This is Argon Matrix signing on out. Thank you, and have a good night. Bye-bye.